Way! Hello, viewer. Today it is a Saturday. It is the 11th. It is March 2023 in the year of our Lord. Not that one either. I am Mr. Brown, and I trust you are all doing very well today. On this evening's stream /podcast, we are discussing, well, not a lot really. I think we're just going to we're just going to talk bollocks for a bit, see what happens. So, there you go. It's just going to be a down the pub type of stream, if you know what I mean. But, as I always say, and it's a big but, before we begin, you can find us here on the YouTube, or if you prefer your entertainment in the podcast form, we are also on Spotify. The links are in the description. So, if you've not shut down for the evening, as I always say, lots to get through. Well, there's not, but shall we get the guests out? Of course we should. Okay then, so let's do it, folks. So, first up, set your Jedi power phases to, I'm going to say brave and stunning. It's Ruin Johnson's #1 fan, not Brian.
Good evening, Brownie. Good evening to the chat. How are we all?
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm good, Brownie. I've got a full bladder and I've got my trousers at my ankles and I'm ready to go.
Trousers round your ankles, like me?
Yes. Friday night tights style.
Oh.
Bit slow there, Brown, but we'll let you
Please,
off.
I know, I'm in presenter. My brain's just not, I'm the rabbit in the headlights. I'll be all right once I've adjusted. Are you going to piss on the desk tonight?
Well, it seems to be the done thing these days. So you sit there and adjust yourself, Brown, and I think we'll get the next guest on, shall we?
Yes, that's a good idea, yes. Okay, so it does say here, next from a VPN far away, but he's entertaining. He's entertaining and glowing. Shall I move on?
Move along.
Move along. Okay, next. Watch out, War and Peace. It's the Star Wars novelist. It is Swappers.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Hello there.
How are we all doing this evening?
Fine. How are you?
Oh, well, been keeping busy. No piss for the wicked and all that.
Are you taking the piss?
Never would I do that, Brown. Never. You got to have a full bladder for a start, haven't you?
Yeah, I did make sure I emptied my bladder in the usual place and not on the desk.
Well, I mean, you're in the right place.
Top tip, everybody. When you go for a wee or a piss, toilets are the usual place, not tables.
If you can help it, I mean, just have a roll of kitchen paper towels ready, if any undue accidents do happen. But
what about an adult nappy? How would that work?
You could just do it. You could sit on a stream and do as many as you like, couldn't you? I mean, it'd only slosh when you move, but it'd be
nobody would
fun.
know, would they?
No, they wouldn't.
Shall we get the next guest out?
Yeah, you better add because it's just getting sorted.
Okay, a demotion, folks. Sorry. Next, he is the wise elder of the channel. You know the rest. He is the great mega geek himself, Ian David Diaz.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing?
You all right, pal?
Yeah, I'm all right.
How's your bladder this evening?
I just emptied it just now. So
in the toilet or the desk?
No, the desk, actually. Sloshing around there. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, definitely. So no, fine now.
Here you go, folks. Channel favourites. Velma Dinklage in the chat. It's pissing down outside
Well, it was
and
just now.
inside on some
Yeah.
streams, but there you go.
It was. It was. Right. Shall we move on and get the other guest out?
Yes.
Why don't we?
Yes, he's been promoted. You've
has
been
indeed.
demoted.
I know. Not good, is it?
I think you need to try harder, young man.
You need to try harder. Sorry, go ahead.
You need to try harder, Mega Geek.
Yeah.
Okay, and you want swappers?
It's all right. Carry on.
Okay, moving on. And last, but by no means least, he is the purveyor of meh entertainment, according to the Lord, that is. Newly promoted, folks. We are not worthy. It is old Blue Boy himself. He's got his camera on. Ladies, get ready.
Yeah, get ready, guys. Seriously.
And boys, we don't care. It is the movie Cynic.
Oh my goodness.
Dun,
Hello.
dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hello.
Oh, I was gonna say, where's your? You said
I'm
you'd do
here.
this with me. All right. Awesome. Thank
Okay,
you, sir.
what we're going to do, folks, we're just going to leave the stream like this for the rest of the evening.
Cheers.
Isn't he beautiful, everybody?
Not a dry pair of knickers in the house, bro.
I'm dripping, folks. I'm dripping.
Good thing I'm not wearing any.
Guitars look good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. This is my favorite one over here. This is my electric. This is my Fender left-handed Telecaster that is also blue.
The hexagons just look fantastic.
I love him.
And just so the chat knows, Mr. Brown was giving me mad shit all week while we were trying to figure out this camera situation for me, and he didn't like them. He's come around.
Move your head to the right, son. No,
Oh, is that a front?
It's an
And
Easter egg. They'll see it when I move
just when you think it doesn't get any better or worse, here you go.
Ta-da!
Hey!
Yep, I've got this. Boom. That's what I got. There you go.
Yeah, there's a bobblehead behind Matt as well. Like you can see it next to his sign. I don't know which one it is, but it's.
It's my favorite band, the White Stripes. I moved to Nashville just so I can come creep on Jack White of the White Stripes.
Oh,
He lives
good
here.
for you.
I thought I'd support the movie Cynic since he was coming on, and I thought I'd support him.
And I appreciate that.
There
I
you
spent all
go.
this money on this damn equipment. I'm going to put it to use. So
There you
here
go.
we are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But was it worth it? That's the question.
definitely. I'm doing the Scream 6 review, and I'm going to put myself on camera for a little bit of it.
So when he walks down the street, people are going to start, want your autograph? Can I have your autograph, movie Cynic?
They don't call me movie cynic. Everyone calls me fucking ninja because I have blue hair.
Oh, right. There you go.
Oh no!
I was walking down like Broadway in Nashville, and some street kid was like, he was banging on they're like buckets, and so he was playing drums, and it was really, really cool. He was phenomenal. So I threw down like $20, and he was like, I didn't know Ninja was handing out money. Thank you, man.
All the groupies will be coming up to you. Will you sign my hair down?
No, I'll start doing
please,
Comic-Cons then.
Mr. Movie Cynic.
Well, you
please,
got to meet Drinker at Comic Con, didn't you?
I did.
Was it Comic Con or wherever it was? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was Comic-Con in Atlanta. Yep.
That's cool. He's a good chap.
So
He's a good chap.
you're well, my friend. Everything good yet?
Everything's great. Besides Scream 6, that was bad.
Should we do a super chat? Here you go.
Yee.
From Hostman. My computer's really slow tonight. Apologies. Hostman Socrates, $5. Great performance on Open Bar Blue Boy.
Woo.
You put streamer Gavin to shame.
Gavin who?
Oh, yeah. That
Is it-
situation.
I think
Gavin
Hostman's-
McInnes.
No, thank you, Socrates. Much appreciated, man.
No, he's taking the piss.
Now, well, he's giving you five.
Yeah, he gave you
$5.
$5
Yeah,
though,
so,
so I guess
you
you
know.
should say thank you. I'll
You
I'll
should.
leave
Yeah,
it.
you should say thanks.
I think it's pretty easy to put Gavin to shame, though. No. I think Gavin puts Gavin to shame.
There you go.
Wasn't good, was it? Okay.
No.
So what we're doing tonight? We're just gonna talk shit for a bit. Maybe put a few slides up. It's up to you
Shoot the
guys.
shit.
I'm easy.
We're shooting the
Yeah,
shit,
that.
mate.
Here you go.
Shoot the shit.
In the
$2.
my computer's really slow. Sorry, guys.
Damn, Brownie.
In the chats, super chats, Romeo Tango November Zulu for $2 New Zealand. Agree with Socrates. Cynic was great on open bar.
I thought I did okay. If I get another invite, though, I'll have. I had a lot to say, but I just didn't want to step on anyone's toes.
Only because you met him there and he felt sorry for you and he brought you on. That's what it was.
Probably.
Here you go, folks. Genitalia. Hello, Genitalia. Will there be any showbiz leaks on tonight's stream, Mr. Brown? No, I think the showbiz leaks were last night, weren't they?
Were they?
Yes.
Oh, are you talking about
Oh,
Friday
Ian,
night?
come on, get it.
Tinklegate.
I don't. What? What? No, I don't. I really, seriously, I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I was just told this only a couple hours ago. Seriously, I don't know.
Ms. Martin Muses.
Yeah.
For $1 super sticker. Thank you.
Cheers,
Ms.
Teresa.
Martin Muses, would you like to come on? There is a space. Feel free.
We do
to
have
ask.
space for one.
Yes.
And we got to round it out. Get a lady on the show. Miss Martin Muses. Come on.
Wasn't Rennie available tonight?
She's out in the boonies.
Oh, is she? Oh.
I will say, guys, in the chat, if there's anything you want to talk about or anything that's been annoying you or anything you're enjoying at the moment, go for it. You may pick a subject. It's just...
I can talk about a film that I
anything.
saw recently, if you don't mind.
Go on then.
Go ahead.
Well, you guys, Americans, don't really... I don't know if you know Luther, played by...
bear with me.
Oh, yeah, so you asked me, you want to stop me. What's that all about?
Bear with me. Okay.
Okay.
See, the professional in me wants to do a little bit of a presentation.
Oh,
I
Lottie.
You know, because back in the day, it just used to be, just fucking go for it and just talk shit. But
I see.
His OCD won't handle it, folks. He's got to
can't
have
do
some
it.
sort of structure. He can't
I
just
can't
wing
do
it.
it.
What are you trying to do? Put a picture up of Luther?
Well, get in there. This is for the Brits, by the way. Episode 125.
Oh, that's where the trains
No,
are.
I get it.
Sponsored by Hornby.
Sponsored by Intercity.
Yeah,
Into shitty.
into shitty. Yeah.
Moving on.
Personally, I would have preferred an Aprilia 125.
Well, you
I've-
would.
Luther is. I know of a show named Luther. I would assume it's the exact same show you're referring to.
Yeah.
There's not two,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I know
No.
that. I've never watched it, but I do know of that show, of course. Yeah.
They made a movie of it and it was released on Netflix.
Oh, now I kind of want to look
Yeah.
it up. Excuse me, I might disappear for a second.
I will say, if you've made it this far and you're enjoying us cocking about or taking the piss or pissing, please like, share, and subscribe. Every single click will help this channel
Can't
grow.
see why you'd be enjoying this show, but there you go.
This is with Joseph Fiennes, is it? Is this what I'm
No.
looking at? Oh, this is from
No.
2004. What the fuck?
No, because it's a
Fucking
series
hell.
first and foremost, and then it became a movie.
Does
Hang
it
on,
have
that's
Idris
not
Elba?
Luther. Yeah, Idris Elba.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We're going to be
I'm
talking
back.
about Scream then, Ian.
I just
Um,
saw it, so
All right.
I guess
What I did was I thought, okay, we could just cock about for a bit, but maybe just intermingle a few slides of
Sure.
stuff that's upcoming,
Is it good?
just to take it away from the Sunday show.
Hold on. So Scream. They made another Scream movie.
that fast.
Yeah, number 6.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Because they can.
Yeah.
Because the first one was a success relative to budget, of course, and why not capitalize? Like Jenna Ortega, she's gotten so massive. She is
Yeah.
so famous now. So why not capitalize on it?
The girl on the left. You talking about?
Yeah, she's
All
my.
right.
I kind of am a little obsessed with Jenna Ortega.
When was Scream 5?
Last January.
Oh my
Was
god.
it?
That's one with
Mhm.
the old cast in it, right?
The old cast brought back,
Yeah.
to mingle with the new cast.
Right. Gotcha.
This one, thankfully, though, like I'll tell you guys, for me, Scream has been a pretty consistent franchise when it comes to quality and entertainment. Like it really is just. I love horror. I love slasher, and the original is one of the best horror movies I've ever seen. I love that movie. It was so clever, so subversive, original. And this one was the best one since the original until
wow.
the finale. And
Oh,
the
okay.
finale was so bad that it ruined the whole fucking movie. I hate this movie
Ooh.
now
Oh no.
because the ending was so atrocious.
Oh,
And
no.
I can't even really break that down for you because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But if you guys go see it, you probably are going to feel the same way about me. Like, oh, this is really great. This is so engaging. It's just relentless, never stops. Ghostface is nuts in this one. He's utterly relentless, very vicious, brutal. The kills have never really been like the draw for this. It's always been how clever it is. It's fun. It's meta. And in this one, it's like they don't have crazy over the top kills or anything, but they are more vicious. They're more brutal. But yeah, I don't want to spoil the ending, but you'll get it as soon as you see it. It'll piss you off too.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. We'll see.
So
I'll
you're not
try and
gonna
catch it sometime.
You're not going to watch it again then?
I mean, Jenna Ortega is nice to look at, so maybe. I don't know.
Just watch it with the sound off.
Anyone else seen any of the Scream movies? I've never seen one.
I saw one.
Oh, really? You never saw the first one?
Just not my bag.
You like
So the
Halloween,
first-
right?
first or second?
Yeah,
First,
just
second.
yeah, but I liked Halloween when I was into kind of the horror stuff. But I don't know if tastes change, don't they, as you get older?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like we've broken down Halloween. You respect that movie. Scream,
Yeah, I
the
love it.
original, is worthy of that level of respect. The interesting thing about the movie is it pays such an unbelievable homage to Halloween 1978 because
does.
Kevin Williamson, who wrote the movie, was a massive fan of Halloween. So there are little things throughout that entire movie that are just like it's such a love letter to Halloween. And
Yeah.
but all at the same time, it's completely original because they were playing off the tropes of the slasher genre. And it really reinvigorated the genre. I mean, it inspired. Do you guys remember Halloween H2O? A lot of people call that one like Halloween Scream 2.0 or whatever the fuck, because it was so influential even in other franchises. So Mr. Brown, I 100% recommend that you see the original Scream at least. You'll love it.
Here you go. Nolan Void was Drew Barrymore in it.
I mean, of course, she was in the original, but not this.
Yeah. Not for long though.
Here you go, Hostman. Chris Gore was liking this one.
Yeah, I was loving it till the end.
Andy, she's fucking lovely.
Which one? Who's fucking lovely? The new girl, or
I would
the new
assume
girl.
Jenna Ortega. Yeah.
John Z, or was it John Z? I only saw one.
That's the first one.
They're all
There you go.
pretty good, but
Ravenscroft saw the first two and liked them. None since.
yeah, the second one, like a lot of people actually really enjoy that one a lot. They think it's a worthy sequel. It's pretty worthy, but honestly, I thought it was pretty weak. I genuinely thought that this one was the best since the original until the end, and I've never seen a movie piss me off more with like an ending. Like, how can 10 minutes out of an hour and 45-minute movie ruin it? You'll see. It'll happen.
Okay. I'll take a look, see what it's like.
Brian, have you seen any of the Screams?
No, not at all. It's not my bag.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at.
Right.
I'm just thinking that possibly Courtney Cox could play the villain in this one without the mask. The amount of surgery she's had in the last 10 years.
Who the villain is part of the problem.
You want to tell us, don't you?
I want to so bad. I'll wait till next week, though. Let's bring it up next week, so I can discuss it.
Here you go. John Z. I can't believe. Is this correct? It sounds like it. Scream is 30 years old.
I have an answer for this.
How many times can you reinvigorate the same idea?
I don't want to take over the stream. I just know
Yeah,
I'm the only
no,
one
go
who's
on.
seen
You're
it.
all right. You
but,
went on the drinkers stream, so you're allowed to. We're not
but
worthy.
with shut up, Brown. But with this, it's because it's meta,
In fact,
and
you
so
go.
it's supposed to follow like it. This franchise is so meta that it is reasonable that it's going on because it's supposed to be fun, tongue-in-cheek kind of stuff. And so it's typically a social commentary on whatever is going through the culture right now as far as movies. So it's like in the 90s when the original one came out, it was playing off the typical slasher tropes. The sequel was playing off of, well, what are sequels like when slashers come out? And this one is much more like at this point, the meta stuff in this one is, well, it's a franchise, so anyone's vulnerable because you're protecting the IP, not just the main characters anymore. Like their premise for why it exists is pretty clever. I was enjoying this movie. It literally is the ending that just fucking ruined it.
How do you get your hair so perfect? What hair products do you use?
Oh, this is how I was born, man. It's natural. It's always like this.
Woke up like it. Yeah.
God,
It looks green.
gorgeous.
It looks green sometimes. It looks
It does.
green.
Yeah, I know.
A bit,
It's because of
yeah.
all the other
The
lighting
lights.
in it.
Yeah. Right, it's really...
I don't know if you said which. Obviously, we're on number 6.
Yeah.
Which for the peeps? Well, you movie cynic. Which is the best one then out of the entire franchise? Number
Easily.
1, just original.
Not even close. It is far and away. It's a classic film.
Yeah, it is.
It
Really?
is.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a culturally relevant, massively impactful movie. Like it was a slasher movie that made $100 million domestic in the 90s.
Yep.
That's the equivalent
Wow.
to like fucking 200 million today. Like
Yeah.
it basically more people saw that movie than went to see shitty ass Ant-Man 3. And that's an MCU movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
So think of it like that. Like it was huge. And then the sequel to that movie came out not even a year later. It came out like 11 months later and made the exact same amount of money.
11 months. Wow.
Yep.
Here you go. Whack him. Wardrobe. Scream is a wee bit self-aware for my liking.
Yeah, that's totally understandable if it's like, meta stuff isn't your style. But in the 90s when the original one came out, it was the first of its kind. No one had done that before.
Yeah, it's good. I liked it.
Yep.
Was there something about gender pay gap on one of these films recently? Or did
no, I
imagine
don't.
that?
I don't think it was the gender pay gap. It was what's her name? I can't even think of her fucking name because she's not relevant. Whoever plays Sydney, what's her face?
Oh yes. God. Yeah.
Not
I used
Liv
to fancy
Tyler, the
her,
other one.
actually. She was in the first one. And
The
the second
really,
one.
really good-looking one.
Yeah, I used to fancy her big time. I can't remember her
Not-
name now either.
But
People in
anyway,
the
she
chat
was in.
help us out.
Yeah, help us out, chat. But she was in all 5, and she wasn't in this one. They mentioned her.
Neve
Campbell.
Yes.
Yeah. She wasn't in this one because of
So,
a
here
pay
you go.
dispute.
Yeah, there you go, folks.
Thank you, R.
mean-
she wasn't in this one because of a pay dispute.
Courtney Cox, she's put all that Botox on her face, and she's really awful.
She has, but I'll give her credit. Like all things considered, in this movie, she looked pretty fucking good.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, she looks pretty good.
She's going to be early 50s now. I'm going to be my
I think
age.
she's going to be in her mid to late 50s, maybe.
In fact, I think she's older
She
than
looked
me.
damn good.
Is she older than you, Ian? Which I doubt.
I have no idea.
Nobody's older than you.
She's 58.
Well,
What?
58. She's older than me then.
I told you late 50s. Yeah, for late 50s,
Wow.
she looks banging.
Yeah, but she has the
Looks
money
good.
to look banging.
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
she?
well, who cares how you get there, baby? She's there.
It's all natural hair, mate.
Yeah,
That's
here
right.
you
It's
go.
all natural, baby.
Here you go, Poe in the chat. Neve Campbell, question mark. She played Cindy, or was it Sydney?
It was
Sydney.
Sydney.
Or was it
Or
Disney?
was it Disney?
Yeah.
It might as well have been. So I'm kind of guessing this is a not recommends then.
No, and that's what's wild. 90% of the movie, hour and a half in, I'm sitting there like just rubbing my hands. I'm like, I can't wait to give this movie a positive review. This is so much fun. And then literally left the theater pissed. Yep.
Never mind. Yep. Could be worse.
Could be worse. Could have been bad the whole movie, I guess.
So literally, if you'd have gone for a piss 10 minutes before the end and missed
if I didn't want to,
you'd have thought it was incredible.
If I didn't want to see the reveal, I would have been fine. And it's not just the reveal; it's everything else around it. I can't wait to discuss this later.
Is anybody bothered about spoilers? If anybody's bothered about spoilers, just type yes.
No, this isn't the time. But Movie Sync is going to go on his own channel. And he's going to give it a total breakdown, and he's going to go, "Do you know why this movie fails?" And but you'll just take that away from his channel if he actually talks about it now.
Oh hell no, not at all.
There you go. Well, you can talk about it.
This is where I start to collect all the thoughts. Yeah. And then
I get it. Nobody watches this, but they'll be watching your one, so it doesn't matter if you say anything.
No, fuck no. I said stuff on Drinker's stream where I was like, I was like, oh, I should put that in a video.
That's in it. You should just do the review for about 5 minutes, and then sort of the vocals should just fade off after a little while and just be replaced with a slideshow of pictures of Jenna Ortega for the next 10 minutes.
That would be fine. Like, guys, just make up for the movie, make up for the ending. Just look at this.
So what's
beautiful
this girl
woman
that you fancy? What in this film? What has she been in? Because I've never heard of her.
Yeah, she's kind of come out of nowhere with popularity. So last year she was in the movie X, which is also a low budget horror movie, and it was fucking awesome. It was so good.
Which girl on the poster?
On the left, the one on the top left.
Oh, okay, yeah, she's.
And then she was in Wednesday on Netflix.
There you go. Yeah. See the boys.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Andy says yes, Andy. Yes, sir.
And
just
she was in.
Tell us.
She was in Scream 5 last year too, and now she's in this. So she's been in 4 massively popular products over the past year.
She was in Scream 5 too.
Yep.
What is
Scream 5 also? Let's say it that way.
I will look her up. This is Scream 6.
Yeah.
I quite like the graphic design. Somebody's done quite well with that M.
Yeah, somebody's
done quite well with that. I'll give them that.
So it's the actual girl that plays Wednesday?
Yep.
She's she's very young, isn't she?
She's like 22 now, I think. Yeah.
I can't fancy someone that looks like a kid. Sorry, no. No,
Jesus, man.
That's not right. That's not right at all. So yeah,
give her a couple of years.
Yeah, give her a couple of years. Yeah.
I will say,
I'm younger than you. So
anybody in the chat? Anybody going to go see Scream 6? Anybody wanting to go see it? In the chats, just say yay or nay, and then we'll move on once we know if anybody's going to go see it.
She does look a bit weird, actually. She's got weird eyes.
She has a very peculiar look. Yeah, she's very like non-traditionally beautiful.
Wouldn't go that far, but there you go.
Whatever.
There you go. Not Brian in the chats. Fuck no.
Right on.
My computer's very fucking slow tonight. Sorry, guys. Andy Mouse 123 will now. No. Hostman, I might.
There you go.
John Z.
Nah.
Was it John Z? Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. This is this is coming out this year. I was going to do a poster for it, but I didn't bother.
Is she?
Oh, Jenna, she's 22.
She's in talks to play the lead in Tim Burton's Beetlejuice. Yeah, that starts shooting this year.
Yeah, that would make sense.
You go, Ravenscroft.
Nope.
Channel favourites, Velma Dinklage in the chat. I'll be too busy watching Bellow 3. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yup.
Hello, Sheev. He'd rather see 660.
That's been released today. Was it today or was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I heard that one is trash.
I don't really want to see it. It just doesn't interest me for some reason.
It just looks like if you If you adapted the video game Turok from Nintendo 64 into a movie.
All right. I just didn't want to. I saw the post. I was like, no.
Some people are saying it's. Yeah, some people are saying it's reasonable.
Right.
But anyway, okay.
Eh.
We'll just see what's next.
Luther.
Okay, this was out, and it's on Netflix now. And I think I started watching the first 10 minutes, and it looks great.
It is. I just like to say that I liken this to 24, the actual film itself. If you watch the series, right, the series is kind of nothing like the movie. The series is a cop horror, so they like to have a lot of horror elements in the series as well as.
What you're saying, this is Luther 18 certificate, yeah.
Well,
Genitalia, Luther.
No, there's a lot of action in this. The story is absolute trash. It really doesn't make any sense when you think about it carefully, but it's so entertaining. Because if you think about 24, the things that happened to Jack Bauer in that, he had impossible situations where he couldn't get out, but he literally got out of it. Yeah. This film is like that with Luther. He really had impossible situations, but yet he got out of it and stuff like that. It's very entertaining. It's very fast moving, and Idris Elba's brilliant as that character. But if you look closer at the story is absolute rubbish. It doesn't make it does make sense, but it's kind of silly. It's very silly, but it works as an entertainment piece. It works, and I recommend it if you've got 2 hours spare. You can just turn on Netflix and watch this. You won't regret it because it's such a lot of fun to watch. That's my recommendation. I'm not giving out any spoilers.
Look who's here, everybody. It's Ms. Martin Muses.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Nice of you to join us.
Well, thank you for having me. I've been dog sitting, so I had to wait till the darling dog decided to sniff out the right place in the backyard. So, well, I had to go out. So I'm happy to be here. I saw it said Luther, and I'm like, oh, so you want to talk about the 99 Theses? It's like, oh no, the wrong Luther. Okay.
Yeah,
it's like, man, let me go get out my professor hat here. Okay.
Yeah, the wrong one. I recommend it though. If anybody want to watch, anyone in England, if they know the series, they'll really like it. If you don't know the series, you'll like it anyway. But I don't think you'll get what's going on unless you know the series, if you know what I mean. So, but
anybody on the panel watched Luther when it was on the BBC? I watched them all. It was fantastic. I was a late comer to it, and I binged watched it all, and it was fantastic.
How many seasons did they have, Ian? I can't remember.
5.
So what's
the first 3 were kind of proper seasons, and then the BBC started putting less money into it, so they had to be a bit.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that. What happened was that he just came from The Wire. Okay, he was famous. Yeah, so he was famous in the States, but in England, he was not known. They put him in this show because he was famous in America, hoping that Americans will pick it up, and they did pick it up, right? I think BBC America picked it up, whatever. But as he was doing the show, he got offered movies, and as he got offered movies, he didn't have time to shoot Luther. So the first 3 seasons were proper. Is it first 3, Ian? Proper seasons?
Yes.
And then
proper full seasons.
Yeah. And when they got to the 4th season, they could only make 5 episodes. And then when they got to the 2nd season, I think it was 2 episodes because he was so busy. Yeah, he was so busy. Yeah. So that's what happened. And in the last season, something happens to him. And that's why when they introduced the film, I was like, but wait, Mum, that thing happened to him in the last season. How's he going to get out of that? Yeah. So, kind of explained it. But there you go.
Yeah. Ms. Martin Muses is a rose. And here you go.
Is. Very, very nice.
I'm going to put a rose between 2 thorns.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Aww.
You got to keep me and Mega Geek separated.
In fact, for my OCD, I think I might move them up.
Oh.
You seriously have OCD, bro. You're not even
but
joking.
you know what?
I'm kind of in the middle.
You have to move up movie Cynic because every time something comes on, it covers him.
Yes!
Why does it covers him? Doesn't it? So we need to see movie Cynic because he's made this effort to make his place look cool. We need to see it.
Swappers, you're under movie Cynic now. You're under his bottom.
Oh my gosh. Hey,
Not a good place to be.
Look, if you need the
Well, that
toilet at any time,
escalated
just hold it,
quickly.
right?
Escalated pretty fast.
Here you go, folks. In the chat, Norfolkan Chance. Is he pissing off the side of the building in that poster?
No, he
Oh,
isn't.
goodness.
No, he
Oh,
isn't.
no.
But it looks like he's having a pee, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I guess they're trying to be artistic here.
Do we know if the other seasons of Luther are on Netflix?
No, they're not. As far as I can tell. Maybe I
Yeah.
should take a search for it. But again, seriously, if you want something that's easy to watch and very fast moving and has action in it, watch the show. Seriously, watch the movie. It's quite entertaining.
Yeah, I would say if I'm kind of thinking it'll be on the BBC iPlayer for some reason.
I don't think it will because
Or
BBC
did they
never
take it
owned
off?
it. No, the BBC never owned Luther. This is purely financed by Netflix and other investors. It's got
Yeah.
nothing to do with the BBC whatsoever because I can't remember who created it. Someone, what's his name? Cross?
Yeah, Neil
Yeah.
Cross.
Neil Cross owns the IP. So the BBC doesn't really have anything.
I will
with
say
it,
to everybody,
believe.
if you're able to watch Luthor, really do check it out. Season 3 of Luthor is fucking fantastic.
I just want to explain his character just for a bit.
Yeah, go
Right?
on.
He's a DI, right? And he has a canny ability to see the evil in people. So that's why when he meets someone, he knows that they've kind of done it or they have something to do with it, whatever.
What's
But
a
anyway,
DI?
Detective inspector. He's a
Yeah.
detective
Oh, okay.
inspector,
Okay,
right?
gotcha.
So basically, he's a cop. And the thing I like about Luther is he wears the same clothes all the time. It's like Columbo. He has the red tie. He has the jacket, and that's his costume that he always wears throughout the whole seasons. He wears that. But
His grey jacket, yeah.
but one of the best things about the show is it mixes horror. You'd like it, Movie Cynic,
Oh,
with detective things. Some of the
okay.
people. Some of the serial killers he comes up against, they do some horrific things in this show. And you know what it's like when people do horrific things in BBC shows or British shows. It is horrific. Americans,
It's bad, yes.
yeah, Americans, they dance around it
Right.
because they
Yes,
don't want to
this is
upset
bad.
people.
Yep.
But if you watch everybody talks about the under the bed scene. I think that was season 2 or 3. I can't remember, Ian, which season that was. But everybody talks about that scene, which was quite scary. A lot of girls that saw that scene was quite scared. So, it's a good show when you look at it that way, and it's got lots of twists and turns. But I was just saying that the character, right? He's kind of in between good and evil. He would literally go out of his way.
He breaks the rules.
He breaks the law and he breaks the rules just to get some horrible, nasty piece of work off the streets.
An anti-hero.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
the
yeah,
anti-hero.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
He does what it takes to get the job done.
He does,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Old
the
school
first,
copper.
do you remember the first episode? The first episode shows you exactly what kind of person we'll deal with, especially the way he dealt with that. So when the first episode, it opens with this scene in it, the way he deals with that baddie in the first opening scene, that tells you exactly who we're dealing with. So
I wonder if does the chat know, any Americans in the chat, if the show is on Netflix here?
I would say if anybody liked House, which
I loved House.
I loved
don't know.
House.
Yeah.
This is like the kind of police equivalent of House.
well, it's House is kind of, it's a darker version of House. It's
Yeah.
a very darker version
Yeah.
of House.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, chat, I cannot recommend Luthor enough.
And they never refer to his color at all in this whole
Yeah, I was
entire.
going to say, do you consider him an actor or a black actor?
He's an actor.
Like these wankers on wherever, dude.
I thought you were just going to ask, do you consider him black?
Oh my god.
It's incredible. Throughout all the episodes they made, they never refer to his color, not even once, which I think is great. absolutely great.
Yep,
But,
agreed. He's just a great actor. Idris Elba is just a fantastic.
and someone
actor.
at the freaking BBC who was in charge of, what was she in charge of? Some black woman. She was in charge of cultural things in the BBC show. She said, "Oh, it's not good because he doesn't eat any Caribbean food." I'm like,
June
what are you talking about?
June
What?
Sarpong,
Stupid
yeah.
woman. Jeez. Because he doesn't eat
I
Caribbean
love the way
food.
Brits talk.
Seriously.
Here you go, folks. Super chat from Sheev Burger, $5. Cheers, friend. Have you watched
Yes.
Gangs of London?
It's good. It's good.
The first episode had one of the best fight
Yep.
scenes I've ever seen.
Is
Curious
that a documentary?
If I
No.
Curious if I should keep watching.
You should. It's worth it.
There you go,
It's
sir.
worth it. Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Right on.
Everybody should put Luthor on the to watch list.
Seriously, you
able.
get hooked on this, you'll be disappointed with seasons, I think 5 and 6, because season 5 is only 5 episodes. You're like, what?
Huh.
What? You know, and I think season 6 was only 2. We're like, what?
What?
Anyway, yeah. So
No,
because he
I-
was busy. He was
I
busy.
think technically, I'm sure this is number 6.
Oh,
I'm
is
sure
it?
it is. Yeah.
Right.
Seasons 1, 2, and 3 were proper seasons.
Hmm.
And they just got better and better. Season 3 just phenomenal, and then we started getting the chop down seasons.
Yeah.
That just got shorter and shorter, but
He
still
just
great.
got, as an actor, he got bigger and bigger, you know, Hollywood and
busier.
stuff. Yeah, it's just
because I
great.
think he's wanted to do this movie for a long time. He loves
Yeah.
this. He loves playing Luthor.
But he loved the part so much that he was willing to. Obviously, he was getting discovered by Hollywood, but
Yeah.
he was trying his best to come back and
Yeah, he was
reprise
loyal.
the
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll absolutely check out the show first.
yeah. Check it out. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we see what's on the list?
Bleh.
Oh God, is that been released?
Stream killer.
I think this
Oh
is
no.
basically, folks. The slides I've done is stuff that's either just out or that's coming out later. As I said, I just threw a few slides together. Just can't really. Have we gone past the kind of just talking bollocks? I don't know. It's the professional in me. But anyway,
This just became Sunday Musings.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
sorry guys. Sorry. Without the politics.
This looks
true.
terrible. I'm not going to see this. I saw the trailer. I was
I
like,
think this is
heard-
out in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, what, March 31st? Yeah. And I heard there was a thing going around about how Chris Pine's totally cool just playing a complete fucking embarrassment of a male character. Like they specified that. Like because I'm pretty sure there was an article or something that the
read that,
creators
yeah.
the creators came out and said, like, you know, we're gonna humiliate the shit out of the male characters to prop up the female ones. And I was like, what the fuck?
And he went, fuck it, I don't
They're
care.
not
Just
even
do it."
writing it.
Chris Pine is like totally game for that, and you would understand that if you understood his role in that movie, Don't Worry, Darling, where he plays
yeah,
where he just plays this like complete cynical douchebag. I know my name's Cynic, sorry, but yeah, that makes total sense. And even before I read any of that, anyway, when I saw the trailer, I was like, this looks just fucking stupid. I have no interest in this.
Here you go, folks. Genitalia. As I said, my computer's so fucking slow tonight. This will be worse than the D&D movie that came out 15 years ago.
I think that movie would be better than this one.
Probably.
Probably.
Here you go. Dark Hour. Dungeons and Dragons probably can never work as a movie as the lore is literally endless. Teresa, are you into stuff like this?
I am into Dungeons and Dragons, but I'll just lay it out here. Anything after the 3.5 edition is complete shite, anyways, because it all went to hell in a handbasket. It went completely woke. So, and this is one of the, if you will, culture war areas that for some reason is not being paid attention to at all, which is absurd because this is like the ultimate in nerd culture, and people. Well, I'll just speak for myself. It's very disheartening to see that this is something that has gone under the radar. That they had, of course, the 4th edition, which had issues, but 5th edition, it just went completely woke, like just everything about the way the classes are, the way the systems are, and the way that even the whole way magic works. It's been infiltrated for quite a while. So it does not surprise me that these Egypts who are going to go ahead and try to do a movie out of it, well, of course it's going to be this way. I mean, it's like in another news, grass is green.
If I may, for the uninitiated, like most of us on the panel, what does 3.5 mean? As the question there. Dark Hour says 3.5 is far the best edition. Could you explain what that means?
Okay, well, way back when, once upon a time, when Dungeons and Dragons started, there was the 1st edition, but I don't think they called it, of course, the 1st edition. And then they did some updates and had like the 2nd edition, which was mid 80-ish and all that. Just updating some things, adding some items. I am not completely versed in what the differences are, but I know actually a lot of people who started playing the 2nd edition, that's what they were doing. So if you were a kid in the 80s, you were most likely playing the 2nd edition of Dungeons and Dragons. And I have a friend of the family, who has been playing the same D&D using the 2nd edition since they were in middle school. So they've been playing it for 40 years. It's unbelievably amazing. And then there was the 3rd edition, again, some updates and stuff, but there were some errors. And so 3.5 kind of corrected it. So 3.5 was the last update they did before they went woke as crap. Now, someone is in the chat who may be a little more knowledgeable of D&D.
When you say woke, how do you mean woke? Well, obviously we know what woke means, but specifically for the game.
Yeah. Well, like I think I mentioned it. Let me clarify. They changed the way magic works and the way the class systems work. It instead of it becoming a meritocracy or class based or race based. So, like for example, if you're an elf, you get like this, and this, and then another one based on who you're playing. That and now they just kind of leveled all of that, and also the way that it levels up. Then they also got rid of the so-called racist characters, and now you're not allowed to say certain words. And again, I might need some extra help with this about the specifics of the actual characters, but you know how they used to have dark elves and all that, so they're wanting to get wait for that. I'm reading some of the chat. Yeah, they're helping me out here. And
I'll just keep flashing it up. Here we go.
Yeah. Someone says even 2nd edition all the way, and 4.0 took all the way negative from the characters, and everyone was just amazing. Yes, that's it too. Yeah, everyone became a Mary Sue. And again, that was when they started to say, oh, well, if you're this character, that's just like black people. And everyone's like, well, you guys are the racist ones. Like the monsters. If you look at a monster thing and say that looks like a black person to you, well, maybe you're the racist, because I don't see a black person when I see some of these monsters.
That was the same with the Tusken Raiders on the Boba Fett show, remember?
Mm-hmm. All right, now that we're on the subject, I cannot hold this stuff in. I'm going to tell you the ending of Scream 6 then, because this if you guys do not want to hear the spoilers.
Spoilers. If you're going to go see Scream 6.
I want to hear it.
All right, don't listen to the next minute or two.
Just go blah, blah, blah. I'm not listening.
The fucking ending of this movie, I called immediately, and I didn't want to believe it, so we were kind of bouncing around of who the killer might be. Well, guess fucking what? Don't forget what year it is, because you can guess who the killer is by the fucking skin color of the person. Because of course, for I don't know, 3rd, 4th, 5th fucking horror movie in a row where I've seen a twist, the only it's that the one white guy is going to be the bad guy, because they can't not make it. They can't fucking make it a minority character. You can't make a minority character a fucking serial killer. Of course not. It's the one white guy that they rag on the entire fucking movie, and then in the end of the movie, he's a fucking incel.
It's Joe Biden.
He's literally an incel. And I'm just like, you guys just had to do it. And I was like, you motherfuckers, like nothing. You can't leave anything alone. You can't even just give me Scream. You have to do this shit.
Oh, dear.
And yeah.
Oh dear.
And then like another one of the killers is a really great actor. I really like him, but he was just, this has nothing to do with the woke stuff, but he was just so over the top, and it just became like a fucking cartoon, and I hated it there.
Well, I'm glad you got that off your chest.
I did.
That's what we're here for, folks. That's what we're here for.
Well, isn't that the thing? That's the way it is nowadays. If you want to know who did it, it's always the white man. If you
the white guy.
If you want to know who did it, look
at
look for the one token white guy that are in movies now, and he is definitely the fucking bad guy.
I wonder who Sauron is.
Right,
he's the only white man in the whole.
Right, he's the Chad, so obviously he's Sauron.
That's Ian's safe then, isn't it? Okay, so here you go. Huntsman Socrates, $5. In short, extra credits got to D&D. You didn't ask for this. You didn't choose this, and yet there it is.
Go to.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I mean, I'm just about ready to say my DM. He knows so much more about it and is more articulate on it than I am, because I'm a half normie. I play it, but I'm not a complete expert on all this. But I'm glad to see people in the chat are.
Can you click on Guy Ramos's comment?
I'm just doing that now. In the chat, gone movie.
Guy Ramos, sorry, love you, movie Cynic. Love you too, Guy. But do tell, how many of the most infamous serial killers are black? Well, how about the number one biggest body count serial killer in American history is black, but no one talks about it? How about that? How about this is the 10th? So this is the 6th movie, and we've had 13 fucking killers, and all of them are white. 1 out of 13 isn't anything else? Get the fuck out of here. That's my thought on that.
What about the Candyman? He's black.
Yeah, and like but that was made in the fucking 80s?
I know,
like, you know, they're not too insane with this shit. Like, Kang's the bad guy in the MCU now. He's a black guy. Like, okay, that's cool. But in a lot of this stuff, why did I call it? Because it's what they do.
Well,
that's why I called it.
It's present,
and I was right.
But it's present. It's present day stuff. And that's why you could call it, isn't it?
Yeah,
because this stuff wasn't happening.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned. I'm like, don't forget what year it is, because that's how you'll know what the twist is going to be.
In the chat, John Z, or is it John Z? Maybe OJ will do a cameo.
Only if the glove fits.
Bad little man, you bad little boy.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Here you go, Poe. If the villain is black, just like Wyman, they'll just be misunderstood.
Yeah. It'll be all right. He killed 16 people. It's fine, you know.
And truly, look it up. The most infamous serial killer in American history is black, and he has a body count of like 150 or 200 fucking people.
Wasn't the Washington
Barack
sniper,
Obama?
was it?
Who is it?
It was not the Washington sniper. No, this dude got away with it like for his entire fucking life. And think about that.
Barack Obama.
Yes, think about that too. So
welcome to Stealing Brian's Jokes on
Barack Obama?
Barack Obama.
What's his name? I'm just curious because I like I don't like serial killers. I study them.
Love serial killers. I honestly don't remember his name. You'll just have to Google it. I really don't remember. But I learned about it. Yeah, I learned about it when I was watching the docu or the what was it? Dahmer. I was watching Dahmer.
We're going to move on after this. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, we can move on. Or I went down a rabbit hole, and that's how I discovered this information. And like, it's not the most famous serial killers are all white, but the one that was the most deadly and had the highest body count was not white.
There you go. You learn something new every day.
You
Here you go. We'll leave the final word to channel favourite Velma Dinklage in the chat. All the victims will be white men, so the killer's actions will be instantly forgiven.
Yeah, that's what happens, isn't it?
Does this mean anything from Melvin Samuel Little? No.
Samuel Little? Yeah, I'd have
Was
to
he
look
the
it
name
up
of the
too.
person?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
Stuart
We kind of went down a bit of a rabbit hole there.
We did. I'm sorry to bring it back.
Anybody going to see D&D? I will say I love Chris Pine. I think Chris Pine's fucking great.
He is when I don't know, really. Seriously,
I don't think
I
I'd
don't want to
see
see
him in
this
this
movie
because it's not my
Yeah.
thing. But I know he's
Don't want to see him in this.
desperate to play Captain Kirk again.
Oh, really?
He is. I just think he loves playing Captain Kirk. And who wouldn't, to be fair?
I'm
Brian?
sure he's a nice person.
Brian, you're not going to go see this? You're not going to go out your
No.
way to see this?
No, not at all.
Swappers? No?
I completely forget about it when we're not talking about it, so not likely.
Okay. Anybody in the chat going to see this? I'm kind of thinking that everybody likes Dungeons and Dragons. It doesn't mean they're actually going to go see this.
When I was a kid, I used to like.
This was an
playing it.
adaptation of the 80s cartoon, then I'd be interested, but
Yeah.
I don't know what this is I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Here you go. In the chat, ruin the man baby. Let's not get bogged down in D&D man babies.
Very funny.
Here you go, Melvin. Nope.
Nope. Yeah.
Tim, I like saying this. Hannah Bomb.
Nope.
But I like saying this even more. Let's not get bogged down. No.
No.
Yeah, I don't think nobody's going to go see it.
Nah, it just looks rubbish. Even when I saw the trailer first time, I was like, nah, this is not interesting.
I don't
This
think
is
nobody wants to go
rubbish.
to the cinema or the theatre or the movies anymore.
I wanted to today. I wanted to go and see Champions with Woody Harrelson, but I didn't get the chance to see it. I hear it's really good. Anybody know about that film, Champions? No?
I've never even heard of that.
It's about he's a basketball coach and he does something and he gets fired or laid off, whatever, and then he goes to this small town and he's teaching all these kids who have disabilities to play basketball. It's meant to be quite touching and funny and stuff. I think it's made by the same guys that made There's Something About Mary.
Well, he wasn't
by-
teaching.
I love that
He
movie.
wasn't teaching Wesley Snipes how to play basketball.
No, he wasn't. But it looks funny. It looks funny. I saw the trailer. I thought, I'd go and see this. I was going to go and see it today. I didn't get the chance though. Might catch it tomorrow.
Here you go. Best test Devor. We'll leave the final word. Is the main hero a woman? I'll watch it. Yes.
I don't know.
Shall
Don't know.
we advance?
Let's move on, shall we? Move along. Oh, hello. What's this? Oh, Barry. Yes. Anybody watch this show? Anyone? No one.
I've seen a couple
No.
episodes, but that's about it. Enjoyed what I saw.
Yeah, I love Barry. I don't know what they're going to do this season though, because it should have ended in the last season.
Season 4, Ian. It's a month away.
Yeah, I know. I watch it, but I think they're spoiling it now. If they're just bringing it out because the studio told them to bring it out. It doesn't really make much sense because the last season ended so well for that character, and now they're bringing a fourth. Oh, I don't know.
Well, he wrote season 3 and 4 together on lockdown.
Yeah, well, we'll find out, right?
So
Maybe
that's
I'm
why
wrong
it's
about
kind
it.
of together quite quickly. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think they shot them back to back as well.
But the last season was, in my opinion, the weakest one out of all of them.
Yeah.
So
Anybody in the chat watched Barry? Igor folks, super chat, Dark Hour. Cheers, my friend. $2. Want to throw a happy birthday to my friend Romeo Tango November Zulu.
happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
mate.
my friend. I think
Yay.
it was a
Happy
couple
birthday.
days ago. Yeah.
Mm.
So on the panel, who's watched Barry? I have. I know Ian
have.
has.
have
Swappers,
not.
have you watched it?
Sadly, I've only seen a few extended clips, and I really, really want to see it, but I don't get much of a chance to watch any TV shows, sadly. So, but it's on top of my list, though, thanks to Ian's recommendations.
It is good.
It was Ian who got me into it. So here you go. Shift Burger. Barry is great. No idea where they go from here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the
Tim,
last.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Tim Annabom. Barry, season 1.
It is.
It is
best one.
Fantastic.
Unfortunately, the last season got a bit woke, slightly a bit woke, and a bit of that crap was creeping into the last season, just a bit. It spoilt it for me a bit, but I like the way it rounded off at the ending, and I don't see why he's carrying on with it. But we'll see. So
I think the each episode is 30 minutes, which
that pisses you off, doesn't it, Ian?
As you're munching your toast.
Yeah, it does.
There's been a few times where I thought, is that it? So, do you know when you're watching something and you just warmed up and you're just getting into it, and then it's finished.
Yeah.
Season 1 is so good, right? If you only watch season 1, then be happy that you watched it. Season 2 is good, but it's not as good as season 1.
Did you say
season
what the
3
premise was?
Well, basically, it's a hitman who he's assigned
not a DJ either.
No, yeah, he's a hitman. He's assigned to kill someone, and he follows his target into a theater where they're teaching actors.
Yeah,
and the guy that's teaching acting, who so happens to be Henry Winkler, tells him to come out. Tells him to come out and do a scene. And then Barry does a scene. Then he gets hooked on being an actor. Now he wants to be an actor. He doesn't want to be a hitman. He wants to be an actor. But obviously his history follows him around. And it gets very complicated from that point on. But it's a good premise. It's like a hitman who wants to be an actor, which because it's a comedy, more or less it's a comedy. It's a dark comedy.
Dark comedy, yeah.
So it's and Bill Hayden's really good in it.
He's
really
fantastic.
Natural,
Bill Hayden's
really
fantastic.
Really good. Season 3 went a bit off the rails. Season 4 is the worst out of all of them. But season 1 and 2,
season 3 had its moments.
Yeah, it did. Season 1 and 2 though, excellent. But yeah.
Okay. So I will say, if you've not watched it, folks, you've got a month effectively to watch seasons 1, 2, and 3. It really is worth your time.
And also, it's very much when you think it's going to go this way, it suddenly goes that way, and then when you think it's going that way, it's really you can't guess what's going to happen. It's so well written. It's a very well written show. So
it is.
Yeah.
That's Barry. Everybody, check it out. I think it's on Sky in the UK on box sets.
Yeah, it is,
and obviously on HBO Max if you're stateside. Let's see what's next.
Oh God!
Oh yeah!
No!
We're talking about robots that change into animals now in this one. What the hell?
We're not talking about human beings.
No.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer for this before Scream 6, and
I
did not like any of the Transformers movies. The first one I thought was pretty passable. I liked it when it first came out, but this one hit me right in the nostalgia. The nostalgia button has been pressed. Really? Well, I grew up in I was born in '87, so '90s kid essentially. And Beast Wars and Beast Machines was like that age Transformers. So it was Optimus Primal and all that shit. And so when that came into the movie, I was like, fucking yeah. I was like, so excited. It might be a huge piece of crap, but I'll be there to give you my opinion on it. That's for sure.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Movie Cynic. You know what's interesting about these films? Because I don't know if Michael Bay's got a hand in this. He probably does.
He'll probably
some.
But I've noticed there's like a thing in his movies where when he does an action sequence, you don't know what's going on. So when you watch it's a mess, right? So if you watch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the one he did, the action in that's totally, you don't know what's going on either. He needs to like step back and make him more simpler, so we can see what's going on.
I don't think that he directed this one because I think this is going off the soft reboot, I guess, from the movie Bumblebee, which I didn't even see, but I heard it was
all right.
Bumblebee was okay. Yeah, I quite enjoyed Bumblebee.
Yeah, it was.
And
it was good.
So what I appreciated about this, what I saw with the trailer, is I'm like, oh, I can actually understand what the Autobots look like. That's nice. Because they're not like an over-designed, disgusting pile of shit. They actually look like Autobots that are CGI'd. They look good. I was pretty impressed.
It's so who's the lead human in this? Because in the last few,
they didn't even
was
show him really.
A female, I think it was. Bumblebee was was it a Mexican girl? I think it was. I can't remember who.
Yeah,
Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, she was quite good in it, actually. I really liked it.
Yeah, she was. Yep.
I think Bumblebee, its heart was in the right place.
Yeah, it's good. It's very enjoyable.
Ego in the chat, ruin the man baby. I like transforming Star Wars into a giant pile of shite.
Brilliant.
Brian,
Awesome.
you into the Transformers?
Well, I'm a massive fan of the G1 of the franchise from way back in 1984 when it all kicked off. I don't have much affinity for the Bayverse, which this appears to be part of. I'll probably give this one a miss, but I mean, like Swappers and myself are still massive fans. In fact, both of us got a nice collectible, the same one that arrived today. And our collections are still very much mounting up. I still love the Transformers, but
do you know
when it comes to the Beast Wars,
sorry.
I think.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. No,
when
go
it comes
ahead.
to Beast Wars, that's really a thing. I was well past that.
Do you know how this started, though? It started from the advert, didn't it? Do you remember the car advert? So basically, before they did these movies, they couldn't figure out how to do it. It was
Citroen.
It was a Citroen advert where the car turned into a Transformer, and then it goes back into the Citroen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's when they realized they could do that movie because of that advert. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's quite a shame because they've given us designs that really don't match the G1. Apart from maybe literally 5 minutes of not even 5 minutes of the Bumblebee movie, we got to see quite similar to G1 designs. So I think all the G1 fans would still probably love to see a decent movie made where the focus is on the robots and not the people, and with the designs from G1 pretty purely.
And they showed some people in it, but they never focused on anyone but the machines in this in the trailer. So like, oh, cool. Like maybe we're actually going to get what we would have always wanted.
Yeah, that's what we need. Is forget the humans. We don't care about the humans, right? We just want.
Not really.
The sad fact, there was so many brilliant stories from the comics, especially the UK with Simon Furman, and then you give the franchise over to Michael Bay, who just makes a typical Michael Bay shiter of a film.
Yeah. Thing is, this movie is pretty much critic proof, isn't it? Because if anyone criticizes it, let's just call them transphobic.
More than meets the eye.
Teresa, is Transformers your thing?
It's not, but I remember the cartoon when I was a little girl, and I loved the song. I still love the song. And my brother had all like the toys, they'd turn into cars, and they were fun to play with. But yeah, I heard they're going wild and wacky a little bit. And my friend Steve Kenobi, he got in big trouble on Twitter. He got like 500. Like 5,000, 10,000. No, wait, it was like 20,000 views and things because he just happened to say something about the trans part.
Oh dear.
So he's like, "What the hell happened to my life?"
Goodness.
So you'll see it on there. So I mean, yeah. Oh gosh. So that's my knowledge of this new Transformers is that apparently a lot of people get triggered if you just say something about the trans in the Transformers.
The them formers.
Yes.
Oh no!
They formers.
They formers.
The him formers. Ego Romeo Tango November Zulu 2 New Zealand dollars. 1986 Transformers is the greatest of all time. Yeah, Leonard Nimoy was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I remember watching
He was also in the Dark of the Moon 2011 as well, where they actually show a clip
Yes.
of Spock. It's a clip of Star Trek with Spock. It's the one he turns bad, fun enough, which is exactly what happens, foreshadowing later events in the film.
Yeah.
Gui Ramos,
Oh, fuck off.
Slow Computer, Transformers, Rise of Waller-Bridge.
Oh no.
Shit. That's
I think someone
bad.
said in the chat earlier on transgenders rise of the freaks.
Oh no.
Oh, you
Oh,
mean
Jesus.
Norfolk and Chance?
Oh, goodness.
There you go.
Oh, goodness.
There you go.
There, oh dear.
Well, it was nice having a channel, Mr. Brown. I've
was.
getting to know you, and you had a good run.
Yeah.
Straight into Friday Night Tights territory with that one.
Oh no,
I don't know about that.
no, that was epically awful.
Yeah.
Somebody posted, I think it was Hostman.
Did the channel get demonetized?
He doesn't know yet.
Oh, right, okay. But hold on. So this literally happened. This I can't believe somebody.
I
would do
told
that.
you, look,
pissed on the desk.
If you
Yeah,
know
go-
anything about the guest, it makes complete sense.
Oh, sorry, Cynic. What are you saying? Go to
I
where?
was gonna say, go on Twitter and look up Z3PO's.
Okay.
Go on
Posted
Z's
it, yeah,
page.
yeah,
He
yeah.
posted it. Yeah.
He managed to clip it in time.
Yeah.
Ego Sheevberger, I totally agree with this. Michael Bay's 13 Hours was brilliant. Bay has hidden gems. That's a great film. Is it 13 Hours from Benghazi?
13 Hours was with John Krasinski, right? Is that the one?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
The guy from The Office, the American one.
Yeah,
Fucking great movie. Great war movie.
I haven't seen it.
It is a fun.
comment.
I'd probably say it's one of Bay's finest. I do like the first Transformers.
That's pretty fun.
I think it's very underrated.
I'm not a fan of Bay. I think his entire career is basically based around sunsets and upskirting shots. That's about it.
Yeah, for sure.
TNA,
I went back and watched The Rock. I think a couple weeks ago. That was one of his '90s movies.
I did like The Rock.
Yeah, it held up. It was still a pretty fun movie. This was before he really became like Bayonized, I guess.
Yeah.
Here you go, folks. I think Take My Wi-Fi, Please has been a little bit naughty. They need to release this during Pride Month.
They are. It's June.
Well, I think Pride Month is every month now, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Dear, oh
every
dear.
month is Pride Month.
You should always be proud.
Who's going to go see this? I think I am.
I don't
I'll
know.
be there.
I quite like
not me.
Transformers movies.
Yeah.
I was quite excited by the trailer when I first saw it, and then I found out that one of the characters in it, which is one of my favourites from G1, and they featured in the previous movie, the Bumblebee movie, and they portrayed him perfectly as well, was Wheeljack. And the head design was right, the color scheme was right, and everything. I was really impressed. And I thought, if they're going to show those characters in this film, I'm kind of excited. And then I saw the trailer, and they've changed. Apparently, it's Wheeljack. They've changed him from a race car type thing into a clapped out old Volkswagen camper van, right?
Oh my
But
gosh.
not only that, but they've completely changed his face. So now he looks like a robotic Elliot Gould in his 70s.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it looks like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, he does exactly. Yeah, yeah. But so I was turned off. I was like, no, I'm not going to see it. If they're not going to respect the franchise and the characters and stuff, just like Michael Bay did, then I'm out. Because Michael Bay did not give a toss at all. I thought they were actually going down the right route with the last movie, and I thought maybe then I'll give this film a shot. And it did get me excited when I saw the trailer. And then we had the character reveals with the merchandise. I thought, no, I'm out. I don't like this at all. I'm out. I'm done. Maybe I'll watch it if I can find it for free or something. But I found out something over the last couple of days that they may be having a character redesign because of the backlash. So I'm kind of on the fence. I'm on the fence, yeah. Maybe. We'll see.
Sorry, Brian, you go.
No, just because sorry, Hostman, I nearly missed this. Sorry, mate. My computer's doing silly things tonight. Hostman, Socrates, for $2. I'll watch Iron-Blooded Orphans instead. Okay, I'll
Stream
take your
killer.
word for that.
Right on.
Stream killer.
Yes. Brian, you were going to say?
What was I going to say? I've completely forgotten.
Channel killer.
Let's not get bogged down in what Brian.
Let's not get bogged down in what Brian was going to say. Here you go, Brian. Do you want to read chat from Ruin?
Bruin the Man Baby in the chat says, I only came here to see Brian. Beep. I am Brew live on the stream.
Well, you
Get
might be able
to
to
it.
hear it, but you won't be able to see it because he can't put his camera on.
Yeah.
Oh, my computer. Sorry, folks. My computer is being temperamental, to say the
Tisk.
least.
Tisk.
Okay. We'll move on from Transformers. Is this number 5 or 6?
Oh, geez.
Lord
How many
knows.
Is this
how many
7?
How many Transformers films has there been?
I think it's 7.
What?
I legitimately think this is the 7th one.
I think they kind of the last movie was kind of a reboot kind of thing, so they kind of started again, if you like.
Yeah.
It was a soft reboot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know what number they are now. I gave up after number 2.
Oh,
I
that was
almost walked out of the
Marky
cinema after number 2. So
Marky Mark has been in some, hasn't he?
oh god,
God, that was awful, that one.
Ugh.
Stanley Tucci was quite good.
Sorry, guys. I've just seen that clip, so I'm a bit.
Oh, there's not enough bleach in the world for that. Go watch James Purefoy's Winger Dinger, and you'll feel much better.
Jeez.
Okay, so speaking of Bleach,
God.
Just saying.
A Zack Snyder film, The Little Mermaid.
Oh God.
I'd watch that.
Look at that color. That is a Zack Snyder movie because it looks like shit.
Easy.
I
Oh,
thought
you said color,
you know what?
now you're racist.
I thought that was a dog on a.
What?
It looks like a dog, doesn't it? It looks
Oh
like.
my gosh, you
a
are
little dog.
racist.
No, it does. Look at it
Black
very
man's
carefully.
racist.
It looks like a little dog on a rock.
Oh my gosh.
Can you not see that? Can you not
Yeah,
see it?
I can see it howling
There
at
you
the
go.
moon.
There you go.
Unfortunately, I can see it now.
There you go. Look, what a horrible poster.
Here you go, folks. Hostman being incredibly generous for $5. Thank you, sir. Iron Blooded Orphans is a really good Gundam anime. Check it out.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Right on.
nice.
I think that's a Hostman Socrates recommends.
Right on.
Little mermaid and her little dog on a rock.
Oh,
This looks so off. Yeah, where's the color indeed? That's
Yeah.
why I called it a Zack Snyder movie because it looks bland.
I think the colour is the problem, though, isn't it, with this film?
I think that's why they
see, that's
did
what
it.
I'm-
That's why they did it
no.
because they can't sell it to China, can they? On a poster with her really on it, can they?
Oh my god, you might be right.
So that's why they did it.
Nice.
Ginger side.
Racist.
No. Oh, no.
Here you go. Romeo Tango November Zulu. New Zealand $2. Let's not bicker and argue over who.
Killed who.
Let's not get
It's
bogged
supposed to be a
down.
happy occasion.
Absolutely.
Oh my.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I don't even know what to say about this movie.
Nor do I.
I wouldn't even consider sailing the seven seas to watch this.
I am stoked to see how much money I make on shitting on it.
Oh, yeah. Look forward to that.
Yeah, well, I hate watching's a thing, you know.
Hate watching's the thing. I'll watch this movie in bad faith. Don't worry.
Well, I'll tell you what, the original Little Mermaid, it was so transformative to
Easy.
the modern movie
Buzzwords.
musical. Oh, it was
Easy.
I'll mute him today, so don't worry.
well, understand it went light years forward towards like really good animation, and the score and the songs were so amazing. It was the kind of thing that you would see like maybe on Broadway. You know, this was the time that Les Miserables and all of them were big, and so then you got Ariel sitting there doing the whole Eponine thing and and all that, and I just loved it. And then the Beauty and the Beast was the climax of that, in my opinion. They did something even better with it. This very deservedly won the score for best score at the Oscars. So
Which is probably on right now, isn't it? The Oscars.
Tomorrow.
Oh,
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, but I didn't. I don't pay attention to them anymore.
Top Gun best movie, please. Thank you.
Yeah, this movie was a landmark, and so any remake of it, of course, is going to be horrendous. But they just come out and make things ugly. They take aesthetics and crap all over it. I mean, who wants to watch
Talking about
the darkness?
talking about crap. Poe says she swims in her own pee.
She does.
Oh,
Just like
But-
Namor did.
It's diluted though.
Just like Gavin McInnes.
Yeah.
Again, I'll say this. You know, I don't
go.
believe in race swapping at all. And you know, I don't know originally what color the actual character was.
It's
I know
Danish.
she wasn't a redhead,
Danish,
was
so should
she?
be white. Danish.
Yeah, right.
fairy
So
tale.
she didn't have
Yeah.
red hair, did she, in the original thing, right?
Well,
or did she?
well, the original thing, it wasn't necessarily something that they described, but it is a Scandinavian story. And if you've
Right.
ever seen anyone from Scandinavia, or if you've ever seen me, who is of Scandinavian heritage, we are so white, we are translucent. Okay.
Right, okay.
I mean, people see us and we glow in the dark. That's how white we are.
Right.
So it's
We know where they're doing it, though. We know why they're doing it, and they're all crazy. Again, I would say this, right? The subtext: these people are attacking women. They really are.
oh hell yes.
100%. More so than trying to destroy Christianity and the fundamentals of family. They're literally trying to destroy women now. They really are, and it's just. I hope people wake up soon.
Well,
about
they've
this nonsense.
destroyed the white male, and now it's the
Now it's the
late-
women.
I know.
Yeah, like,
They want to destroy white women. They want to destroy the actual concept of women.
Yeah.
They
well,
really
yeah, we're
want
not
to do
allowed
that.
to be women anymore.
No.
All of our
it's the-
achievements are now being taken over by men.
It's depopulation via the back door, literally. Here you go. Channel favourites. Velma Dinklage in the chat. They should have swapped. Which half of her body was the fish?
Oh.
The Red Dwarf.
Subvert those expectations, baby.
Here you go. Hal Murray 9000 Pub Motherboard. They won't be happy until all the classic Disney movies are all remade with non-white ethnicity.
No one be surprised. You know,
Can't say that.
Disney and BBC are the wokest companies in the entire world. They really are. And the sooner their stuff starts flopping and they realise they have to go back, the better.
It has. It
Well-
has. It's 7,000 layoffs. Disney Plus loses 2 million subscribers. There's a shakeup in the
Yeah.
CEO. They can say whatever they want publicly, but they know what the hell's going on in the background. They absolutely do. There's no way they don't.
The big shame is, and I've just thought of this, while everybody was locked down on the coof, everybody wanted some decent entertainment.
Yep.
And instead of just giving us shite, if they'd have just given us proper entertainment, no agendas, no this, no that, no this, I think they would have had a proper captive audience, and this streaming would have been totally different now. But they had the chance and they fucked it up with all this shite.
We're still doing it, though.
They've
They're
not
still
learned.
doing-
They've not learned.
They don't want to learn, and people are in charge. They're all for this nonsense. And you know, as I said, I was just talking to my sister today, and she was going, "Well, why can't we have a black Bond? Why can't we have a black little mermaid?" I was like, I was willing to slap her, but she's my sister, so I can't slap her, right? But it just goes to show, right? It just goes to show how normies don't see it. You know, they just don't see it. They think it's progress. It's not. You have to look deeper. It's not progress at all. So
Well,
it's racism.
and it's well, exactly. But
Racism.
even as far as like, oh well, don't they see it? Don't they see how they're losing subscribers and all that? That's never been their goal. They don't care if they lose money. These are
right.
true believers. They're true believers more than the most fundamentalist Puritan, and they're actually, I think, fundamentalist Puritan types were more tolerant than these modern day ones. They want to transform society with an evangelical zeal.
Yeah.
So they don't care if they lose money. They don't care if they drive it into the ground. They've done their job.
I posed the thought too that when the Peter Pan and Wendy trailer dropped last week, I immediately thought of the movie Hook, and a lot of people do not. Steven Spielberg doesn't even like that movie, but the kids that grew up with it fucking love it. I love him, so nostalgic for that movie. And I was wondering, like, is this their long-term goal to have it pay dividends in the future? It's so that they have an audience. Yeah, they have the audience of the future already in hand. And they can do it all over again, and they'll have all new nostalgia bait shit for that generation in the future too. So even though they lose money now, they're setting themselves up for the future. Is what I think their plan.
It's a long-term. It's a long-term plan. 4D chess going on. Swappers, are you available to read a chat, please?
He's gone to bed.
Nope. I was muted. Something noise was going on. We're in the man baby in the chat says #Fun Ruins Trilogy.
Just think if the streaming model was if they did some good entertainment, he'd be having his trilogy now.
Yeah,
he'd be in his third trilogy by now.
Yeah.
I was that close in watching that Onion film, and I was about to press play, and I thought, no, I can't do it. I just didn't do it.
Didn't do it. Desperate.
Didn't do it, mate.
We will give the final word to Tim. I really do like saying this, hammer bomb, and I like saying this as well. Let's not get bogged down.
That's good. Need that on a shirt, mate.
Let's not get bogged down.
Cocaine Shark.
Oh, I'd watch that.
Be right there.
It begins, folks. I think this is out in the middle of this year. They're just been they must be making this as we're speaking now.
No way. This is fake. This is gotta be fake.
Who's producing this? This Sci-Fi Channel?
Yeah, if it was real, it would definitely be Sci-Fi Channel. Yeah.
I think the money's coming from Colombia.
No way. Oh wait, yeah.
That would be awesome if this was true.
No, but there's no way this is real.
No, I can't.
Isn't it? It's the internet. It's real.
Hey, my mother thought I was lying about the cocaine bear.
Oh, that's funny.
She thought that was all fake.
This is all part of the stream, folks. This is where this is the section where Brownie brings in something, and we have to explain to him that not everything he sees on the internet is real.
Yeah.
So this is that part of the show.
Yeah, we need to play real or not real, like in the Hunger Games.
Here you go, Time Profit. I'm waiting for Cocaine Brown.
Yeah.
You've got me on every stream.
Ooh,
absolutely.
Brownie, when I get to the UK in the summer, I'm going to make a documentary and call it Cocaine Brown.
Can we do LSD Brown?
I mean,
sure.
They could do.
Well, if you're Prince Harry, you do psychedelic drugs brown, magic mushrooms brown.
They could do a lot of
like
spin-offs
my type of guy,
can't they? They could.
Agreed, Ian. Yes.
Disney could do Star Wars, Cocaine Star Wars, couldn't they? They could easily do that.
Cocaine
Well, just have Carrie Fisher in the
Cocaine
background.
Skywalker.
You must have been in DMT, the amount of crazy fucking storylines they thought up in that sequel trilogy.
Here you go. I'd be into this. Romeo, $2. Thank you, sir. When MDMA Badger comes out, it will rock the world. It will.
Ooh.
Tuesday won't be a good day, though, will it? Tuesday. Think about it.
That's a thinking man's joke, isn't it?
It is. Here you go, Tim. What about this? Hair hippo.
I think Franco has nailed it.
What's that? Go on then.
Franco Walker, mushroom meerkats.
Oh, that would be awesome. Well, meerkats are crazy anyways.
Yeah. Cough syrupkins,
especially when they're trying
dragons.
Yeah, especially when they're trying to sell you insurance in the UK. Ravenscroft 82 cough syrup kittens.
Oh my!
I went to a rave many years ago. I was ill, and I necked a bottle of cough syrup before I went in.
Uh-oh.
Why would you do that?
Well, I don't know. I was feeling ill. I had a bit of a bad cough, and I was just feeling.
Stay at home, go to sleep.
I was young, and I wanted to go out and party, and I necked a bottle of cough syrup, I was fucked off my face.
I must have been the most boring teenager in the entire world. I'd never do things like that.
I didn't do
probably
it
must
either,
have been.
Ian. Hey, I was sitting around playing Mozart and
Was you?
Beethoven and doing concerts.
I was too busy counting my red and blue Star
His
Wars
money.
cards.
There you go, folks. He was too busy counting his
My
money.
money. My money.
Here you go, Dark Side. See, this is where it's at. This is what the
Crystal
people
meth
want.
sloth.
Crystal meth sloth.
Oh my gosh.
They could do a lot of spin-offs with this.
Oh,
You
yes.
can see it coming. You
Yeah,
can
it's
see
co-
it. You
yeah.
can see it coming. Yeah.
Hostman Crystal Koala.
All the low-budget filmmakers and all the low-budget distributors will be looking for films.
Well, they
beginning
did it
with
with
cocaine
They did
and
it with
an animal.
Sharknado, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
Oh yeah, that's an amazing
Multiple
movie.
ones.
That actually is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Tim
think there's
Hannibal
a-
is the thinking man's joke right there.
Where?
Tim Hannibal. Hannibal.
4:09
p.m. Your computer, Brown.
I'll
Yeah,
get it,
you need to
No,
get a
I'm-
new one.
I've gone fucking cross-eyed. That's the problem. Tim Hannibal, cocaine shark dialogue. 2 hours talking about a business he's going to start. That is a very, very
So
good,
good.
thinking man's joke. Yes,
I like
well
that
done.
one.
We'll leave the final word to best test ever. Popper's platypus. Or
Are you sure
or
all these
Poppers.
ones are not you, Brown? Because you made up all these
Well,
people.
probably the
He's sitting
drug
in
references
Photoshop.
are, but anyway, okay. Shall we move on? I think I'd go see that.
No, well, what's this?
See, I would just say genitalia remembers what I said the other day. Ketamine kangaroo.
What's this? Ghost? Chris Evans.
Did any of you
and,
see this? The trailer for this is going on Apple TV, by the way.
No,
folks.
no, but I like her, so I'm going to look it up. now.
Our favourite Anna de Anus.
Anna de Anus, man, I love her. Let's find out what that's all about.
She's
Go find out
playing
what that.
a super spy,
And what is he?
a cook.
Yeah,
cuck?
sounds like what they'll
Yeah,
make
he's
today,
getting, he's
won't
getting
it?
cooked. Yeah. So
Was it
Cool.
called Ghost?
ghosted?
Ghosted. All right. So
Oh.
that means she's not returning his texts.
I think
something.
I think the premise is it's a one night stand, and he goes, "Oh man, she's the fucking one." So he tries to hunt her down
Here we go.
through social media because obviously he's smitten, and who wouldn't be? It's Anna de
Wow.
Anus.
That first shot of her in the trailer, I am sold. I am
Oh
sold.
my.
Oh man. Hey, like I said, put Jenna Ortega in it, and I'm there. So I get it, man. That's cool.
You know what? Right? It's like
You don't
he's
care,
dumb.
do you?
He's dumb, and she's really clever and tough, and yeah, usual crap.
You
but-
know, you know what it is, don't you?
what's that?
Somebody saw her in No Time to Die and
Yeah.
thought, yes. So somebody has been smart somewhere. Perhaps they shouldn't have got Chris Evans, but that's just me.
I say I don't mind Chris Evans. Like he annoys me, whatever. If he's on Instagram or whatever the shit he says. But as far as an actor, I like Chris Evans. I don't mind him at all. I loved him as Captain America. It's like
that's
iconic,
fantastic.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic.
It's one of my favorite trilogies ever. Is Cap trilogy.
Winter Soldier, amazing.
Yeah,
Yep.
we can't have a man
Mm,
rescuing a
lovely.
woman now, can we? So there she is, the anus shooting people, beating people up, rescuing Chris Evans. Chris Evans is a doofus.
And what's really
So-
annoying about all that too is like that kind of plot isn't what bothers me whatsoever. Like that kind of stuff would be a subversion of expectations, but
Yeah.
this is what you get all the time now.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
not even it's
Yeah.
nothing. It's a nothing burger. It's a virtue signal. It's fucking boring.
I think this is the Russo brothers doing this, if memory serves me well.
Yeah, I mean, I'd watch this for her though because she's so hot. But this looks,
She
this
is,
looks like
yes.
rubbish. It looks like rubbish. It's just, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that one with Sandra Bullock that she made recently with the guy in Magic Mike. They made that film. I don't know if you know that one.
Tatum, what's his Channing?
Yeah.
Channing Tatum. Something
Yeah,
like
where they got stuck in the jungle and all that. So this what looks like that. But she's hot, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm watching this movie. I am watching this movie.
Well, you've got
I'm
a
sorry.
month to wait. Here you go. Chat moved up. Sorry. Here you go.
Holy crap.
That's what I thought when I read this. Time Prophet in the chat. The Mega Geek. Can you put Mr. Brown in a movie as a radio DJ who gets brutally murdered?
No, I am watching. I'm sorry. I was watching the trailer while you guys were talking. I am definitely watching that. She is incredibly hot. I am definitely watching it.
Mega Geek is submitting.
I'm submitting, mate.
She is. We don't call her Anna de Anus for nothing. She is fucking smoking.
I hope she wins an Oscar tomorrow. She's up for Marilyn, is she not?
But we said before, she's very much against the establishment, so no.
She probably won't be there.
Yeah.
Anna de Anus, because she definitely doesn't want to get pregnant. So
she doesn't even look
Thinking
like
man's
her
joke.
really on that. It was very good.
Oh God, I'm gonna have some good dreams tonight if I retain that in my head.
Well,
Holy crap, that is TMI.
I'm gonna have nightmares after what Time Prophet said.
Oh, what did he say? Oh, about you being in a movie and getting killed.
Could you shoehorn me into Rebecca Gold?
I could do if you want. Actually, do you know what? Right, there's a scene.
Go on, please. I'll be up for that.
No, seriously, guys. There's a scene that I've got in Rebecca Gold where this guy's looking at a computer, and I'm thinking of putting one of these chats in the computer page. So that's going to be fun, right? Yeah, where you all can be on there. It's quite funny. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
Oh, so I don't have to fly over to England to be in your movie.
No, it'll just be your Rose on the screen.
Oh, yay!
So, yeah, that'd be cool. Everybody else will be in there. It'd be quite fun to do that, actually.
Here you go. Hey, would you blow me? Mr. Brown could be a cycle courier.
Oh my gosh! I just got that. What the hell? What kind of a name is that?
You know what it feels like?
Norfolk
it feels like
Chance.
People are ashamed to be on this channel. That's why they make up all these names, don't they? They're just ashamed to be honest. That's what it feels
I think they're proud to be on the channel.
Everybody in the chat gets the humor. Yeah. That's all we've got on this channel, folks. Humor.
Damn.
Oh my gosh. Traumatized.
Stream killer. Okay, so
I haven't got ITV. I haven't got Apple TV though.
I'll give you my login.
If you can help, I would watch this.
Yeah, I'm getting it for the Ted Lasso that's coming up.
I would imagine everything that I've seen trailer-wise from Apple TV looks slick as fuck.
They make good prestige TV and they do not skimp on the budget. Like story, I don't know all the time, of course, but yeah, visually, like they check all the boxes as far as like what you want quality television, everything. I'm super excited to keep watching that show Shrinking that I recommended the other week too on Apple TV.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna start crying in a minute.
Okay,
I'm starting to get fluffy. Hostman Socrates, yeah. Proud Brown, Gui Ramos. I'm super proud
of this channel. Oh, because I said that. I said you guys were ashamed. All right, okay.
Here you go. Nolan Void.
I want to be in Rebecca Gold. You can if you want.
If you know what I mean. I think we all
or at
do,
least
to be
I know.
fair.
Oh, right.
Oh,
okay.
I got it. Oh my gosh.
That's
Well, she's very
disgusting.
pretty. I will say
She
that.
is.
Yeah.
She's lovely too.
I'll pass it on.
I will say, Ian, how is the Rebecca Gold?
I'm shooting on Monday.
How's it going? What are you up to at the moment then, yeah?
Yeah, I think I've done a quarter of it so far. So it's going well. We've got a fight sequence on Monday, so that should be fun. I hope nobody gets hurt. So there you go. So, you know.
And you're all self-financing this, aren't you? So
unfortunately.
We did put a GoFundMe if people are feeling generous.
Yeah. Just go to the Rebecca Gold channel and on the prologue there's a GoFundMe link. So Give me some money. That's all I can say. Just give me some money.
Franco Walker was incredibly generous.
Yeah, it was.
Yes,
Thank you,
he
Franco.
was. Thank you, Franco. Yeah.
There is a link to Ian's Rebecca Gold prologue in, well, pretty much every description that I do now for the stream. So if you guys haven't seen it, it's, how long is it? Is it 7 minutes?
Oh, yeah, about 7 minutes. The prologue.
Yeah.
Don't give any money to Red Nose Day. Give it to me instead. Give it to me instead. Yeah. So there you go.
Here you go. This is very dark. Whacking wardrobe. I've seen the actress in Rebecca Gold, and I'm shooting.
Wow, that's horrible. Not
Bad.
nice.
You bad
You
man.
bad person.
You bad man. Okay. So, channel favourite, Anna de Anus. I think we're watching it.
I'm so in love with her. She's gorgeous. Oh,
We got
no.
some simps on this panel right now.
Yeah.
I know. My gosh.
My goodness.
Here you go. Franco, you're welcome in. There you go.
Cheers, pal.
Franco. Very generous, my friend.
Mm.
Okay. This is the Flash.
You're looking forward to this, Brown, aren't you?
I genuinely, what do we say on here? We genuinely think that after everything that's gone on, this is, we'll be coming back here and saying, fucking hell, this movie's incredible.
I hope so.
That would be cool.
What a movie. What a movie.
I mean, the trailer really surprised me at how it really got me. I was surprised that how much I wanted to see it after the trailer was over. Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Not this again.
Oh, let's just hope that when we do come back, Hostman says, fucking hell, guys, what
But
a
you know,
movie.
it's interesting because they're selling the whole movie on Michael Keaton.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
mean, it's
pretty
just because like the new trailer features him a lot. You know, it features that idiot that plays the Flash.
It's what
but,
people
yeah.
want to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. They do.
Obviously,
that's
the
that.
chat don't want to see it.
I'm right there with you. Ravenscroft said, I guess this is happening, huh? And yeah, I thought the same thing. But honestly,
Yeah, there you go.
trying to be as objective as possible. I really liked the trailer. So hell, let's see what happens. If it sucks, we'll all make fun of it. If it's great, cool.
He'll make money. There
Yep.
you go.
If there was a choice between spending £12 to watch this or £12 to watch a Marvel, or even if it was $20, for you guys, what would you do? $20 to watch this or $20 to watch a Marvel?
Like it
No.
would depend on the Marvel movie. If
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
Spider-Man, I'm going to see Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no, I'll say a Disney Marvel.
No.
Not a,
No.
Son-
Oh,
not a
no.
Sony,
No
not a
MCU.
Sony Marvel.
Nope,
Screw that.
nothing
No.
right now Marvel's putting out would I watch
Nada,
over this.
nada.
No, I wouldn't. Do you know what? Right, DC has the advantage now, and they're so screwing it up.
Mhm.
They have the advantage to actually take over the Marvel world, and
Yep.
literally,
Yep.
if they did it right, and it doesn't seem that they
Yeah.
know what they're doing. It's madness, absolute madness. This is their window, and they're going to mess it up.
Yeah, Marvel is so weak right now. They really could
Yeah.
swoop in and do something. And I
Yeah.
think it's still it feels so mismanaged still.
Yeah.
Like everything to do with DC movies. That's
Just fucking Warners.
Yeah.
Classic Warners.
yeah.
But it's
like-
obvious. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's like we've got a great idea. Let's
fuck it
get
up.
rid of Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
yeah. It's
Right.
like if they'd have kept up with the Superman movie with Henry Cavill and done what they were going to be saying they were going to do, have more of a traditional Superman and one that was very hopeful. I swear I would be pouring money in their pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially Henry Cavill's. But what do they do as their brilliant first move? Hey, we're going to dump.
Don't. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Can't-
saying. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just to segue for a second. Can we just make note that I was saying I love Jenna Ortega, Mega loves Anna de Anus, and
Yes.
you like Henry Cavill. Sex sells, yet all the same,
Exactly.
they're putting like obese, ugly people in like primary roles
yeah,
of movies.
I
It's like,
totally
what the
agree
hell?
because Swappers likes Ezra Miller.
Like April O'Neil in the new Ninja Turtle. Like, what the
Oh,
hell,
no.
guys? Come on, man.
But she was originally black, right? April
No,
O'Neil?
that is a lie.
Oh, it's a lie, is
Ginger,
it?
white, beautiful.
Yeah, the creators of like Ninja Turtles is really personal to me because I grew up in New England, specifically in Maine, where one of the two Ninja Turtle creators are from, and he's like, so in Maine, it's almost like, no, that's ours. Like we love the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, well, he's more of an associate, but when I was doing comic books, he drew The Last Ronin. The massively popular Ninja Turtles comic now, like that was his dream to draw Ninja Turtles, and he's doing it. And so like that's very personal to us. And I know, no, April was absolutely not black. It was taking place in the 80s, and she had a goddamn perm. Like she was a white
Ginger
person with a
perm.
perm.
Okay,
It's-
all right,
yeah.
all right, gotcha.
I had a perm in the 80s, and my bangs
My
were
mom
We all
fury.
did.
I didn't get a
We all
perm.
did.
I was beautiful.
I had a perm with
queen.
Jerry curls and soul glow in my hair. Basically, that's what I had.
Here you go, folks. Hal Murray, 9,000 pub motherboard. I'll start again. They'd have to pay me to watch this. And then here you go. See, Andy's got my back. Me and Brown reckon it's going to be I'll start again. Me and Brown reckon it's going to be great. Said it months ago.
Well, it'd be a shame if it was absolutely terrific because I actually hate that fella that plays the Flash. So I think he deserves to not for it to be a success. But
Brian, your thoughts on this?
I loved the 1989 Batman film, and I'm as much as the trailer whet my appetite, I'm terrified in case we get another Last Jedi-esque disaster on our hands. So I think I'll wait until some of the reviews come in before I think about going and see it. But if the reviews are decent, I probably will go and see it.
Swaps?
It's going to be Sail the Seven Seas for this one for me, I think. I just can't stand Ezra Miller. So I'm just...
Same here, but...
I'm off to begin with. I don't think I can do it.
I think
when is it coming out?
Is it June?
June.
Yeah, it's June.
16th, it says.
I think I'm going to go out of my way to watch this.
I'll tell you what,
Adam.
Matt, Swappers. I'll come down and see you in June, and we'll go and see it at the cinema. I'll drag Keith with me.
We'll all go together and hold hands because it's Pride
That's
Month.
right.
Come by, come by.
Yeah.
Here you go, Melvin Deeply, Men in Liverpool, all have perms.
They
seen
used
it in a
to.
documentary. Yeah, Kevin Keegan, yeah.
Kevin
So
Keegan.
Harry Enfield and chums.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go and see this though. Definitely, I'll see it, and hopefully it'll be good. Seen it from Michael Keaton. You know what's going to happen in the ending. Supergirl, it looks like a boy's going to save them all, and she's going to be the hero at the ending. So that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. So I hope not.
I think it's going to do very well. I can just feel it in my water.
In your water.
Yeah, I think it's going to do very well.
Mary Supergirl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving on.
Oh no, I don't want to see this. Don't want to see
Oh,
this.
whatever.
Yeah.
This was out this weekend, wasn't it? Adam
Yeah.
Driver.
I used to like him, but now I don't. I
still
don't
like
like him.
Oh, I still like him. It depends on what he's
I
in.
kind of do, yeah.
Yeah. Depends on what he's in.
Well, and I just think he's up his own bum now. He used to be quite humble when he first started, and now he's
It
kind
was
of
the
like,
Last Jedi that did him, wasn't it?
yeah.
He took
a
away
few
his will
Julia.
to live.
Guys, have you seen that film with him and the girl who plays Black Widow? I can't remember her name.
Marriage Story?
Yes.
Marriage.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Right, that
I haven't heard.
film.
It's really
right,
good.
right. Yeah.
Which
You
film
think
is that?
Marriage Story.
Marriage. Right.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't like it. Do you know why I didn't like it? Because those two were in it. I could not
What?
separate
Really?
myself.
What?
Yeah, I couldn't separate myself from her being Black Widow and him being in Star Wars. It didn't work. If they got two
Yeah.
people that was unknown to play that, it probably would have worked so much better.
Interesting.
But that spoilt it for me.
He's
those
just like
two.
too famous and
Yeah, they're just too famous.
pigeonholed in a role.
It
Yeah.
takes you straight out of it.
Yeah.
I think the
great.
film is rotten, man. I was kicking the TV off the stand. Annoying.
Yeah. Well, why were you annoyed? Was it that bad?
Do you remember the self-indulgence spiel she talks about
Yes.
problems? I was
Yeah.
nearly ready to throw the telly out the window at that point. I just thought it's just a character, but it's such self-indulgent Hollywood, out of touch. I've got no fucking problems in my life type complaint, and I thought I can't handle this film, and it just got
And
worse.
when he was shouting at her, he was saying that it's your fault that I haven't progressed in life, and because we got married and stuff. And I was thinking to myself, what kind of a person? You're showing men in the wrong light. It's just it's not right, because not all men are like that. Do you know what I mean? I was like,
and then he's on his knees. He's on his knees at one point after they've split up and arms round, and I thought, God, this is fucking pathetic. Anyway.
Yeah, I just
here
didn't
you go,
like it.
Ravenscroft, another punchable face. Yes, one that you never get tired of hitting. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the porn parody of this movie.
Oh no.
69.
Yeah, probably.
I'll set them up, Mr. Brown. I'll set them up. You knock them down.
No, a week. Would the sequel be 88?
Probably not.
Body positive.
Oh, no.
This has got really bad reviews.
Yeah, it looks rubbish.
And Mr. H reviews, who kind of likes all stuff like this, he says it's quite good.
He looks like a thug, Mr. H, don't you think?
He does.
I like him, but he looks like you can't. If you meet him in a dark alleyway, you just run, wouldn't you? Yeah, looks like he beat the crap out of you, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he's a bodybuilder.
Yeah, he says it's undeservedly been panned.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. It is one of those things. Like when I give my recommendations out, I'll make sure to mention if it's niche or not. Because a movie can be objectively bad, but you enjoy the genre and the tropes and stuff. So if they apply the tropes appropriately, you enjoy the movie. So it could be one of those things. Honestly, from the trailer, I was like, oh, okay, it doesn't look terrible. And then I heard it was terrible, so I lost interest. But I don't know if Mr. H likes it. He likes a lot of the things I do too. I like sci-fi horror type of shit. So
the thing is, though, the concept didn't catch hold of me. I looked at the trailer. I thought, I'll wait for it to come on.
Well, what it is, though. He's gone back in time 65 million years. Obviously, he's going to blow.
That way,
He's obviously going to blow something up and wipe out the dinosaurs.
Yeah, he's responsible for the dinosaurs.
Yeah, so
being wiped out, probably. Yeah.
There's a decent concept.
Yeah,
that's a massive spoiler, is it not?
Yeah, I don't know. Do I want to see this film? Not really.
It is probably a spoiler, but I put two and two together, and that's all I'm
you're probably spot on.
Yeah.
Yep.
The thing is, though, even though I say I don't want to see this,
did that as well.
They did, yeah. Even though I say I don't want to see this movie, doesn't mean to say it's bad or anything like that. People can make up their own minds and go and watch it. But again, I will say this for the cheap seats. I'm only saying this from my point of view. It means nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's just my opinion. It means sod all.
It says it's from the writers of Quiet Place too.
Yeah, Quiet Place.
Yeah, so that that's intriguing. It's too bad that it's bad.
You know what that means? It means probably
it's
the guy from that film just went, I'll write this one sentence here.
Maybe.
Yeah, and then he goes, from the writers. Just wrote that one sentence.
Yeah.
There you go, Andy. He'll watch it.
Let us know.
Well, let us know how it is.
I think I would like to watch it, but I wouldn't. Want to go out I wouldn't want to go out my way to watch it.
Yeah.
Nah.
If I was driving home from work and I still had my cinema card, I'd say, oh fuck it, let's go watch it. But
I'll watch it on the airplane. That's where I watch lots of these movies.
Yeah.
You got nothing
You
else
travel
to
a lot,
do,
then?
Yep. Oh yeah, I fly. I fly a lot. Once a month.
All right.
Do a lot of flying. Mm-hmm.
That's a bit dangerous though, because if it's really bad, you might want to walk out.
I won't walk out. I'll just change the movie.
It's funny, right? Because I was went to the cinema last month, and I was talking to one of the managers of where I normally go, and he was saying that he was saying that they're down. There's a lot of people that don't come to cinema anymore, and he says They, if there's an
Oh, it's
event
sad.
thing, they would put that in loads of screens. He was talking about Ant-Man. He goes, well, Ant-Man, because before Ant-Man's coming out. I'm pretty sure that's going to make money. We're going to put it on 5 different screens, whatever. And yeah, I guess he's disappointed now, isn't he? Because hardly anybody went to see it. So
here you go, Hostman. Hostman, you are being incredibly generous. Thank you, my friend. $5. A Quiet Place was incredibly dumb. I must admit, I did quite like that film.
Oh dang,
This
yeah, I liked it.
looks about the same.
I liked it. That's
I did as
funny.
well,
Yeah, Melvin said he didn't like it either. That's interesting.
Well,
I
there you
liked
go.
it.
Well, to each their
Melvin,
own.
Quiet Place was a really shitty story, bad writing, completely illogical. She killed the beastie with a shotgun. So how did the beasties beat the army with tanks and helicopters? Stupid.
I don't even remember. I'd have to go back and watch it again.
I haven't even seen it. A lot of people say I should watch it. I haven't had a chance to watch it. It's one of those.
I
movies
also
that's
heard
from
the
fingers.
sequel was good too. I didn't see that one
I'd
though.
not watched that.
No, I didn't see that one.
Here you go, Gui. I love Quiet Place. And then me to say Melvin. Okay,
If you're
shall we?
right, about this plot, then as per the captain, it's going to be a closed loop timeline, a la Terminator and 12
Oh
Monkeys.
God.
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting, guys, right? I think it all depends on how the movie's presented. Like, for instance, right, we all talk about how the plots have holes in them or something doesn't make sense in a movie or a TV show.
Yeah.
But then we all like Spider-Man No Way Home, and that had huge holes in the plot. I think it's the way the movie's presented. If the movie's presented
Absolutely.
very well and it's really performed and it keeps you going with it, even though it's got holes in the plots, you will enjoy it.
Yeah, if
I
it's
think that's
made
the
from the
key.
right
That's the
place.
key.
If it's
Yeah,
made
that's the
from the
key.
Yeah.
right place. Yeah, here we go. Let's not get bogged down. Okay. Okay. Next film. This is other than I tried to get a poster of Dune 2, but there's not one available. But Dune 2, I'm really looking forward to. But I think this is the main one I'm looking forward to.
I'm so, as Blue Boy would say, I'm so stoked to see this movie. Definitely want to see this movie. And you know what? I'm going to be really angry because I suspect this film's going to end in a cliffhanger.
Oh,
Well,
of
it
course.
is.
There's
It's
no
just
way
part
it's not
one.
going to end in a
Yeah.
cliffhanger. Yeah, it's so
Tom Cruise, everybody. I think there's. I think this is the first time that Tom can. Well, I'll say this myself. This is $1 billion guaranteed. Purely
he's looking
off
his
the-
age though
Probably.
these days.
purely
Yeah,
off the
he is.
back of Maverick, and
He's looking
to be
his age,
fair,
man.
he deserves it.
Yeah, he's earned a lot of goodwill from that
Yeah.
one.
Saved Hollywood.
Yep.
Well, according to Spielberg,
Yeah.
save Hollywood.
Do you think it'll get the Oscar for Best Picture, Maverick?
Fucking, you know
No.
what?
No.
No, Everything
but-
Everywhere All at Once is going to win
Yeah.
Best Picture.
You know what?
And
I
it
hate
should.
that movie. I hate that movie. I really hate that movie.
Why?
Because first of all, right, it was a good idea that should have been done simpler than the way
It
the way
wasn't
it was
complicated.
done. It was
No.
complicated. Yeah, it was.
Get your
Yeah,
head
it
out of
was.
your ass.
Yeah, it was.
Hold
Hold on, let me get it out.
It was my favorite movie of last year, and it's one of my
Really? Oh, I
favorite
hated
movies
it.
I've ever
I thought
seen.
it was absolute nonsense.
That's
Absolute
so
nonsense.
weird. I loved that movie. I thought it was great.
I'll need to try and watch it again. I couldn't get by the first 15
That's what I'm
minutes.
saying.
No
It's-
shit.
But
Huh.
for most people, it's like, what the hell is this all about? I understood the movie, don't get me wrong, but they could have done it so much simpler. And all this stuff about, so there's millions of people in the universe, yet the bad person is her daughter. I'm like, what are the chances of that? Do you know what I mean? It's just so annoying that they didn't do. And don't talk to me about Short Round's voice. Why has he still got a kid's voice? It's just so annoying, isn't it? It's like, oh. Anyway.
I think that's you know what though? Making the villain her daughter, that's what makes this movie so brilliant, because of the fact that you actually, like, you're invested in our primary characters. It's not all about the concept and the extraordinary thing. That's what grounds an extraordinary concept like that. That's like the ending. By that point, I was so invested. I legitimately teared up when she was able to grab onto her daughter and hold her. And it was beautiful.
I was tearing
love
up
that
because
movie.
I paid loads of money to go and see it. But the finger thing was just nonsense, and turning
Oh, it
into
was
rock,
goofy.
I just gave
Love
up.
it.
When they turned into rocks, I was like, this movie
When
is stupid.
that
I was
is
like,
so
no.
this is such an interesting
There you
conversation,
go,
man,
folks.
because when
There
they
you go.
turned
There you
into
go.
the rocks
There you
is
go.
when we were
Preaching.
all so like my heart just dropped. It was
Really?
fantastic. Yes, absolutely.
That was terrible.
You're the one of like a handful of people I've met that don't like that movie. It's very interesting.
I hate to break your bubble, but
But you're gonna.
there's loads of people that didn't like this movie. In fact, I had a church meeting about how bad. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that don't like this movie, but they're just they're not as vocal, I guess. But
Yeah.
I just what, it wasn't very good in my opinion. I wouldn't say it was the worst film I've ever seen, but to me they could have made that so much simpler so that you can understand it. Like my mum didn't understand it, you know what I mean? So just saying they could have made it simpler. But anyway.
Forgive me, which film? I missed the film you're talking about.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Everything
Oh,
Everywhere.
Is that
Who
that war
cares
movie?
At once.
The war movie?
Yeah, it's a war
No,
movie.
it's the multiverse movie that came out around the time of
I know
Doctor
the
Strange 2
I
and
know the
actually
one.
showed you how to do a multiverse movie.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Here you go, folks. Romeo, 2 New Zealand dollars. Ian's 100%.
Yes, he is.
Right, that's wise the wise elder. Good execution trumps plot holes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if it's made from the right place.
Nothing taken away from Blue Boy down there. If he enjoyed it, he enjoyed it. I mean, maybe I'm
good for
missing
you.
something. I don't
No,
know.
and if you
Yeah.
didn't like it, you didn't like it. That's cool.
what I'm saying.
Like I said, it always surprises me though because I've only heard it a handful of times, and I'm always interested in like what didn't.
I did a
work
whole
for
stream
you?
about it.
Oh,
How much
man.
I hated it
That's
on
fine.
Dan's
Well,
channel.
when Platoon and I bring you on, I'm gonna
Oh,
make
God,
him watch
here we
it so
go.
that we can all discuss it.
Oh no, Platoon's gonna like it. I know Platoon's
He
gonna
probably
like
will.
it.
That's
He
the
probably
Lord,
will.
everybody.
Yeah.
Hannah Timbone. Let's not get
Look at
bogged
bogged
down in
down
the
by the
multiverse.
This is what's his name? Short Round. Come on, let's go and fight. I was like, why is he talking like he's Donald Duck or something? What the hell's going on there? And that's his natural voice, apparently. So, okay.
Teresa, will you be going to see Dead Reckoning? I know I will.
I definitely want to go and see
No.
that. No,
What?
you don't like Tom Cruise.
Oh.
What?
Okay, I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, nothing against Tom Cruise or anything, but
What?
I would rather rip out my intestines with a fork than watch a Mission Impossible movie.
Damn, that is
Now,
aggressive.
It's nothing against anything.
What?
I don't have
Please
a drop
explain.
of testosterone in my body. I just can't handle it. I watched the first Mission Impossible. It's like, make it stop.
Oh, dang.
And
I like
had
the
to
first
go and
one.
watch a
Yeah.
soap opera or something, I definitely appreciate what it does. And I think it's great for you men because I want you men to have testosterone in your lives. It's
Thank
just
you.
not me.
Damn it, Brown. That's the last time I have a lady on the show.
I respect men. Get off this fucking job.
Well, no, I'm just saying it's just guy for me. I just
Stream
can't
Club.
handle it.
Fair
but
enough.
I appreciate what it
It's
what
a guy
it is.
movie.
Yeah.
Fair
I'll
enough.
just say, chat, I'm kind of assuming that most people are going to see this other than Time Prophet. I'm definitely going to go see this. I'm seriously looking forward to this.
The
The
last
last
film
one was incredible.
It was James Bond, how they should have done James Bond. It
Yeah.
really was. The stunts in that in the last Mission Impossible movie was incredible. And Tom Cruise, even though I don't like him as a person, he is a brilliant filmmaker. He lives and
Professional.
breathes films, and you can
Yeah.
see it in his work. You can see he cares. So you can't take that away from him. Do you know what I mean? It's just, what can I say? Last movie was great, as far as I was concerned. I saw it twice in the cinema. I thought it was really good.
I've seen it a few times. I just think him and is it Christopher McQuarrie?
Yeah, they're both.
Fucking- their
Yeah.
dream team, just fantastic.
It's definitely Tom Cruise's show, though. He has the final say and everything, and he's doing a good job as far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
he's doing all his own stunts as well. Look,
Yeah.
there you go. Jim D, Tom actually flew the
He
helicopter.
did.
Yeah,
He
trained
did.
himself
Yeah,
to do it.
he trained himself. Yeah, he
Dang.
did.
Here you go, wingman of the channel. He's not been here for a while. PCAT in the chat. I will take any Mission Impossible over any Lord of the Rings movie.
Because there's a thing. There was a chat show, and one of the guests was I can't remember who it was. It might have been Henry. Was talking about Tom Cruise, and he said to him, "How do you deal with doing all your stunts in your film? What about the insurance people? What do they have to say about that?" And Tom said, "Well, I spoke to the insurance people, and they said they disagreed with me 100%." And then he said to Tom, he said, "Well, what did you do?" And Tom said, "I fired them." And that was it. That was it. That's why you can do it. So yeah, there you go.
That's awesome.
I think it's going to be a movie highlights of the year, possibly.
You see the behind the scenes where he does the bike off the cliff. Oh, holy cow!
Did he do that 6 or 7 times?
He did it.
Day? Yeah.
I think it's 6 times.
Yeah.
And the director was like, "We got it," and he was going, "No, I think I can do it
again."
better." He's like, "Are you crazy?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay. I think that is it. Obviously, I think Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be a good one.
I hope so.
Hopefully. I hope so.
I think that one will be bittersweet because it'll just show us what we should be getting with Marvel, and they completely fuck that one up.
Yep.
Well done. Let me just move to the screen because I can't read it.
There you go. I'll make it bigger.
That's what she said.
So you've got a choice. Do you want to just talk shit for 25 minutes?
No,
Oh, because you got your
for
OCD.
God's
I forget.
sakes.
Or
I was
shall
very
we-
saying that was very oddly specific.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
So what would you like to do, guys? Chat? Should we stay for a little bit? Just talk, free refit, talk shit? Up to you, chat. We've got
Fucking
6
hang around.
people there. I'm going to move that one there.
Oh, you're moving us around? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll move that one there.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh.
Oh
No, I'll put that
my.
one there.
Oh dear. Okay, no, gosh darn it. I'm just not
So
winning.
what do you want to do, guys? Shall we stay or shall we go?
I don't care. Whatever you want to do.
As long as you can live with it.
Everybody else. I leave it to everybody else because I don't know.
Mega's just looking at
I don't know. Shut up.
I will make. I was just going to say, I will make an executive decision and say, let's go, because obviously we got tomorrow.
Oh,
But
yes,
then,
that is true.
But then Andy
Wow.
goes,
Stay.
Stay.
well, you know what?
Stay if you want to go.
Always leave them wanting more.
That's right.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So
As Franco saying, stay as well.
Frank, I would, mate, but I'm knackered. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's time for me. I'm so old. It's time for my bed, mate. I need to sleep.
there you go.
Well, yeah, for
Stay.
you all, it's the middle of the night. Let me see. It's 6 hours ahead of. Or what?
Yeah. What time's it over
Oh.
there for you?
For me, it's nearly 7 o'clock at night. So,
Same.
oh,
Central
well,
time.
okay, you're nearly
So you
1 in the
go-
morning. Oh yeah, that's
Tell personal things.
Ask personal questions, my mate. Think about it.
Shall I
There you
do
go.
what they did on Friday Night Tights?
Oh no!
No!
no.
Andy Mouse, fucking stay already.
no.
Ask random
I
questions,
swear
chat.
you.
Okay, chats.
I employ the chat to ask questions.
You may ask anything, and you can do it free of charge.
Yeah. God Almighty.
Yeah.
My?
Ask
Goodness.
anything you want, chats.
So you know what I'm going to do the rest of my night?
Go on.
I'm
then.
going to watch.
Wank.
Oh, don't you
I
dare!
have a girlfriend.
Sorry.
Watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, I like that show.
I love
We'll stay
that
for a
show.
bit, folks.
Funny.
We'll stay for a bit.
It's funny. It's very.
Oh, I'm going to
funny.
hang out this when I'm done, though. That's what I'm going to go do.
That's very funny. I like.
Can
that.
I just
Yeah, I
ask
love it.
Blue Boy something?
Yeah.
Mm.
Did the carpets match the drapes?
Fuck yeah.
Oh
I
my
make them dye
God.
those too. Oh, man.
Um,
God.
what does this mean from Gui, movie cynic, Battison rules.
Thank you, sir. I agree.
What is that?
Robert Pattinson is Batman.
Oh, okay.
This is
I
this
saw
will
what you did
fall-
there. Very good.
Yo,
Very good.
someone asked.
Good night,
someone said
everybody.
it- someone
Yeah,
even-
you've set him off. Fucking hell.
that is just going to haunt me forever. My enjoyment of that movie. Someone even sent a super chat into the fucking open bar and said that. Tell everyone how much you love the Batman.
The Batman. Oh my god.
I do. I love that movie.
Here you go, folks. Jim D.
Wow.
Will we ever get The
I
Abyss?
hope so.
It's a great
I
movie.
kind of
The
like
Abyss.
that movie.
Yeah, I like it.
I hope so.
Are the aliens the same? Is it the same universe as what you call it? Avatar.
I doubt it.
There are questions in the chat.
Go on then. What's your questions?
Brownie's host.
Yeah, Mr. Brownie.
Brian, can you help with these? My computer's just lagging.
Yeah, sure.
like hell.
TMC
Yeah.
writes scripts or stories. Who's TMC?
The movie cynic.
Oh, sorry. How come
Exactly.
me?
Who is he? That's yes. Who is he?
I write. Well, I guess both. I have. If I could actually move this, you'll see. This is.
Oh, get you! Fucking hell.
This is. Well, I guess I can't spend it too much, but this is the massive
comic.
poster. Yeah, of my comic book.
Bear with me.
It's called Infinite. If I could actually move the camera some.
Oh, representation.
I love that
Anyway.
girl's hair.
Yeah, so I'm the writer and artist. I'm the writer and artist for the comic book, but I'm trying to bring it to a bigger publisher. But fortunately, YouTube took off, so I've been heavily invested in this for a year. But I was getting it set up so that I could bring the comic book to a bigger publisher. I'm signed to Caliber Comics right now, which is they're a mid-tier publisher. They had a good reputation in the 80s and 90s until actually Image Comics made them go under in a really crappy deal they had made together, and they lost like millions of dollars.
Wow.
They came out of bankruptcy though, and started up again. I think in the mid 2000s, and they've worked with Hasbro and stuff on Transformers stuff. They also were the publisher that released The Crow. That's like their their biggest claim to fame. So I'm trying to move to a bigger publisher. Eventually, my current editor actually moved to a bigger publisher, and was just like, "Hey, you should, come on over." Where he's on like the submissions board or whatever. But so essentially, you can still buy this comic book, but it's only part 1 of 3. And I probably shouldn't say too much because of contracts, but you won't be getting any more of this one. It's going to be redone and brought to another publisher if I don't just self-publish at this point, because I didn't have an audience before and now I do. So I could probably not have a publisher, and it would actually be better for me. Yeah. But yeah, I write the script, I do the art, and the art, what I do is like, you got to have an angle with everything. So with the comic book, what I do is I actually storyboard it, and then we go out and film it. Like I have friends and everything that's, now that I moved, obviously it would be much more difficult, but I have people that play very specific roles. They're all assigned roles, main characters. I actually play the main character, and I have other people film, and I'm structuring it and everything. And then what I do is I go in and draw over the backgrounds and everything, but wherever the people are, I'll design the characters over them. It gives it this very surreal look. So if you've ever seen the movie A Scanner Darkly, it's like the comic book version of that. Yeah. So it looks very surreal, like it's realistic, but also very cartoony all at once. So it gives it like this visual that you really, I don't know, I thought it was pretty unique. But yeah, that's what I do other than YouTube.
Cool. Did not know that about you.
First
Brian?
question of the night
Yes, here we
is
go.
from Andy Mouse, who asks, what colour underwear are you all wearing? I would say for most of us, it's strangely brown, apart from, obviously, Miss Martin Music's Lady and Movie Cynic with a slight tinge of blue.
Well, I'll just say in general, I always wear ladylike colors.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know we said personal questions, chat, but not that personal. Franco Walker asks, "What's the worst movie you've ever been forced to watch?"
Everything, Everywhere, whatever that film's called. That one there.
I've got to say, it's a toss up between The Last Jedi or Bad Boys 2.
Yeah. Oh, do you like? I didn't
man.
like Bad Boys 2
Forget it.
either. I thought it was terrible.
Swappers.
I wasn't forced to watch The Last Jedi, but I paid
felt
for it, so
like
I thought I had to sit and watch it. So it's debatable whether I was forced to. But I was forced to watch Love Actually.
Oh, you not like that movie?
It was fucking terrible.
I thought it was all right.
Especially when I was expecting to go and see Kill Bill.
Oh.
And we ended up going to see another. So went to see a girly movie. I thought, well, this team that made this movie actually made
One Hill.
4 Weddings and a Funeral years back, and they were pretty good. That was a pretty good film.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I'll give it a chance. God, I hated it. Every second of it. It was the corniest piece of shite I've ever watched in my life.
I was forced by an ex-girlfriend, I've said this one before, to watch, what's the Alicia Silverstone breakout movie?
Clueless.
It was,
Clueless.
Clueless. It was on at the theatre the same time as Heat.
And you went to see Clueless.
And the girlfriend said, I want to watch Clueless. So the things you do for love.
Both of them were good movies, though. Both of them. I like
yes.
Clueless.
Yeah,
and I
I've got
like
a soft
Heat.
spot. Yeah,
Both of them are really good.
Heat is a great movie.
Yeah, it is a good movie. It's really good. Really, really good.
He is top 10 for me. I love
great
Heat.
movie.
I watch it a couple times a year.
Did everybody answer the question?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go. You can. Well, you're all gonna hate me on this one.
Pretty sure we are.
Yeah.
2001.
Oh no, I'm there with you. I'm there with you.
Oh, good. Okay,
I'm with you
that
too.
movie was painful by every possible definition.
Not the point. You're missing the point.
I'm pretty sure we're not.
They just don't give a shit about the point.
I'm pretty sure we're not.
Listen, because my roommate at the time, it was in 2001, and she's like, "It's 2001. We've got to watch 2001." I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" I mean, they're doing the Blue Danube over and over and over again, and then going for 30 minutes, and then the monkeys going, I mean, I'm just like, kill me now.
But that just goes to show, right? It's
2010's better.
It was a very intelligent movie, but the way he presented it was as boring as fuck.
Mince.
I'm sorry, so that's the opposite to Spider-Man: No Way Home. Put it that way. So. But anyway, I see what he's trying to do, but I just didn't like the movie at all. I thought it was really boring, personally. But
movie? Did you answer?
He loved it.
The worst movie I've ever seen. Geez. Brittany made me sit down and watch Anastasia last night, and I could last about 10 minutes before I wanted to punch my head through a wall.
Oh,
so that I guess. I couldn't.
Brian?
I hate musicals. I can't do it.
So do I.
Can't do it.
I quite like musicals, but there you go. That's just me.
Well, I hate Anastasia because we're talking about someone that was a real person who died in a horrific way, and then they tried to turn it into this happy cartoon musical Bolshevik. It's like no. It's like the girl got shot multiple times and died and was shoved in an unmarked grave.
Dang.
There you go, little 4-year-olds want to be a princess? I don't think so.
Brian, should we do next question?
Yep, sure thing. Just answering your question. Okay, the next one up is Guy Ramos. Do you folks watch any anime? I don't watch any at all.
I do. I watch. I'm not a big fan of it, but I did watch Cowboy Bebop. I thought that was really good. I watched the one on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called now. The one with the great animation that won loads of awards recently. What's it called? Begins with an A.
Arcade.
Arcade. That one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I really like that one. but I mean, yeah, I watched a few.
All the anime I watch tends to be quite old, from the 80s and 90s.
Which ones?
I don't know. It's just that era. There's something about that era that's just so great. Like Bubblegum Crisis, Bubblegum Crash, Akira, obviously.
Akira, I've seen that. Yeah, it's really
good. Akira was very good.
Oh god, I'm trying to remember now because I've got it all boxed away. But the Hayao Miyazaki Studio Ghibli movies, all of them, they're incredible.
Oh, I love them.
They're incredible. TV, anime, episodic anime. I loved. I think it was Gundam 0083 from the 90s. Was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. The animation in that is mind-blowingly good for a series, for a serial. That was just incredible, and it just makes me wish that hand-drawn animation was still a big thing. You know, it was still a regular Saturday morning staple. And I'm not talking about like simple made crap like, you know, SpongeBob SquarePants, even though there's an audience for that. I want like stuff for boys that they really take pride over what they do. This is why anime is so great, is because they really care about what they're animating, and I absolutely love it. But it's been a while since I've seen any, but I've got a queue of like anime that I really need to watch.
Actually, Invincible was one I watched last year. That was really good.
Yeah.
Was that anime?
Apart from the woke stuff at the end, yeah, it was good.
Does that qualify as anime? I'm not an expert on this.
I don't know either.
It's borderline anime, yeah, borderline.
Next question, everyone done?
Yeah, do you want to do Guiz? Yeah.
Yeah, I've done Guiz. Guys.
No, sorry, this one. Sorry, man.
Yeah, Melvin Deeply. Here's a.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome to Taking Over the Chat in the Backseat Driver.
Sorry.
Wait, you've jumped 6 questions. There's one about dogs. Farts.
Sorry.
Answer that.
Sorry.
Jumping all the questions.
I'm completely fucking
right.
this up. Brian,
if your computer's working, Brownie, take over.
It's not though.
Right.
Go for it, Mac. Go on.
Guy Ramos in the chat says, Blue, I'm a musician as well. What kind of music do you like? I see the guitars back there.
I play blues, garage rock type stuff. It's like a fusion of punk and blues. But I've always been obsessed with hooks and everything. So pop music has a heavy influence in it too. So you combine all that stuff, and it's I've always loved it. It's like garage rock, but with catchiness. You know, actual hooks with choruses and stuff. But it can get mighty aggressive when I want it to.
Oh.
I don't know if anyone's heard of the greatest fuzz pedal of all time called the Big Muff, but that's
sorry.
That's its name.
Rude.
Sounds
rude.
It is rude, and it is a monster when you kick it on.
I see. Excellent.
Go for it, Brian. You take over, mate.
It's the next question.
Melvin Deeply asks, here's a question. How did Will Smith and Brad Pitt ever win Oscars? Oh, God only knows. Is the
Now, what
answer
did
to that
Brad
one.
Pitt win an Oscar for?
Was it for the Quentin Tarantino film?
Oh, did he?
That's so weird.
Not sure.
That's honestly one of his weaker efforts.
Yeah, I did like it though. I enjoyed it, especially the last 10 minutes, which was just shit hilarious.
I felt the same way about that movie. I really hate movies about Hollywood because it just seems like they're sniffing their own farts, like self-indulgent bullshit. I don't care about your job. Entertain me.
And Will Smith slapped someone that year. He won that Oscar, didn't he? And it's just ridiculous why they gave it to him in the first place. So.
Yeah, they should have been like, all right.
And he's still
runner-up gets it now.
Chris Rock's response to it was epic.
Excellent.
And his
his
stand-up routine thing that just came out was even better.
That's fab. Is that one for the Musings, Brown? Sorry.
Did you get the impression when you were watching that he really was pissed towards the ending of that whole set when he spoke about Will Smith? You could feel the passion from him. That
he started really ramping up.
Yeah.
When he just started calling him a bitch over.
Yeah.
If he was a bitch,
everyone's just calling him a bitch.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing. I mean, he was. I mean, first of all, he goes up to him on live TV in front of everyone. It was like a sucker punch kind of situation because he's like, you could tell it's like, is he coming up to laugh? Is he coming up to what? And then he just smacks him. And he slapped him like a girl too. By the way,
he did. Like, jeez.
And also, he was saying, his wife was the one that caused all that problems, and he was the one that got hit. Do you know what I mean? And just,
yeah.
everything he said was true. And it
Mhm.
was, and he was saying because everything else he was saying, like he was talking about his daughter and stuff like that, and how he got kicked out of the school. I don't know if you remember that set in the thing, and it was done with passion. But when he came to the ending, I realized that this was personal for him in his voice and when he was saying the stuff, and then he drops the mic at the end, and then he just walks off, just kind of walks off
the
doesn't
body
he,
of
at
the
the-
wood.
Mic
right
drop.
at the very ending. Yeah, so yeah, it was pretty awesome as far as I was concerned. And he had every right to say all that stuff because he kept quiet for a whole year,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and this was his chance, and he just gave it to him.
Revenge is a dish best served
Served
cold.
cold.
Brian, next.
Yeah, massive
Yeah.
respect for Chris
Yeah,
Rock.
same here.
That's just all I got to say.
Hostman in the chat says, "Will we ever see the Lord and Blue Boy on the same screen again?" Yes, we will.
Oh,
In
yeah.
fact, exclusive revelation.
I don't
go on,
think
Luke.
I don't think the Lord's going to actually show his face ever.
Oh
His
yeah,
avatar, his avatar.
His
he'll show his
avatar.
avatar, but no,
Yeah.
100%. We're starting our live show like
Mm.
within the next 10, 11 days.
That's what you
Legitimately,
said
we're
2
going to do
months
this.
ago, but
I know, but then I fell down a motherfucking North Korean documentary rabbit hole. Okay,
yeah,
and I crawled back out, and now I'm ready to work again.
yeah.
That's
So
what
are
I'm
you
doing.
guys going to do a live stream together?
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
share. I think we're starting like a third channel so that we can just split 50-50 everything. And it'll be just for the live show, the clips, all that stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, that's the plan. We're
I'll
gonna do
tune
a
in.
weekly one.
Definitely.
Oh, we're
What-
inviting you. Don't worry.
Oh, Jesus.
You're gonna come on.
Oh dear.
I want to keep it intimate though. Like I don't want like a massive panel. I want a different type of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So I just want like him and I and like one other person probably.
All right. Me stuck between you guys.
Yep.
That's not going to be good.
Yep.
It's going to be terrible.
RRT and
It'll be
Z in the chat. Thanks for $2 straight into Brown's pocket. Says, film that most deserved to win Best Picture and didn't win.
Yes. E.T.
Oh, yeah.
E.T.
Ooh.
got beaten by Gandhi, and Gandhi's a great movie, but E.T. was 1 in a million, and that's why I think it deserved to win that Oscar. Anyway,
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, yeah. Oh, Pulp Fiction didn't win? I thought it won.
No, Forrest Gump won. And I
Oh,
love
of
Forrest Gump. Don't
course.
get me wrong. I love Forrest Gump. I have
Yeah.
nostalgia for it. But Pulp Fiction, nah, that is a superior
1 in a
film.
million, yeah.
1 in a million.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm. Well, for me, it's dead easy. Glory.
What's that? What's that?
Glory. It's
Oh,
Glory.
Glory.
It's
Yes.
a crime. First of all, it wasn't even nominated for Best Picture,
Mm.
for the love of everything. And it's probably the best movie ever made about the Civil War.
I did like it a lot.
Unbelievable
That's the
movie.
one with Matthew Broderick, right? And
Yeah,
and,
Matthew Broderick
Denzel
played Robert
Washington.
Shaw. And Denzel
Yeah.
Washington and himself did win for Best Supporting Actor, Denzel Washington.
Mm.
But the film was perfection from beginning to end, and just embodied really what the Civil War was all about and what it was really like. It's
Mm.
For me, Last Jedi.
amazing movie.
Last
for-
Jedi. It always comes back to the Last Jedi.
It does.
Oh my gosh,
Swappers, any idea? Any suggestions?
What was the question again? Sorry.
What's that?
Film that most deserved Best Picture and didn't
Oh God.
win.
Jeez. Most deserved Best Picture. Well, we're talking
Skywalker.
about the Academy Awards now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's today or tomorrow. Yeah.
Star
Jeez.
Wars, right?
I would say, yeah. I mean, personally, I would say Empire Strikes Back, but
Empire
I
Strikes
mean,
Back.
it's
Yeah,
something from way back because I've not watched Academy Awards for years because it's
Same
so
here.
shite, you know what I mean?
Same here.
It'd be a really old one. Yeah. Kind of like Ian said about E.T. You know, it's one of those classic movies that are far more memorable than stuff like Gandhi that should have always got the awards and never did. So I'd have to say something. I mean, the Star Wars movies were, again, just like E.T., they were kind of always shunned by the self-important, toffee-nosed pricks that sit around a board table and decide.
Say what you mean.
that's why I've never liked the Oscars. But yeah, I'd pick something like that definitely. Close Encounters probably as well.
Oh, I love Close Encounters.
Brian, you can think of anything?
Do you know, the only I can't think of any movie off the top of my head, but when I think about performers, I always think that Val Kilmer was absolutely shafted for the Doors movie in 1991.
Yeah.
I think it was possibly because the genre wasn't really taken that seriously, but God, a man that put almost a whole entire year of his life behaving like Jim Morrison just for one 2-hour movie. And to put in such an incredible performance, I thought that guy was absolutely robbed of it. But I cannot think of a film off the top of my head, I'm afraid. Shall I move on to the next question?
Yeah, do it.
Guy Ramos, would you legends share tips on anyone wanting to start a YouTube channel? I do not have a clue about this, so I'll let probably you guys take over.
I don't know. I'm not a legend.
Nor am I.
Neither am
I think Blue Boy might be, though.
I'm working on it, though. I'm working on it.
Yeah, working on it.
Blue Man?
Blue Boy might.
Know what you want to do first. Do you want to make videos for you? Do you want to make videos that people want to see, or do you want to make videos that you and other people want to see? Understand who your audience is, who you're trying to speak to. Make titles and thumbnails that are to the point. Do not overcomplicate anything. You are in competition with every single thumbnail that is on YouTube around yours. So make sure that it stands out. And then once someone clicks on it, you need to make sure that you're delivering what you promised them in the title and the thumbnail, or they will leave. So the first 30 seconds are probably the most pivotal portion of your entire video, or no one's going to watch it, because you have to go in thinking that no one knows who I am. And when they click on the video, it's because they want to watch what I promised them in the title. So deliver it. Don't fuck around. That's my advice.
Depending if they want to do videos, maybe they want to do live streams.
So hold on. So you're right.
Animal.
So Friday Night Tights. I thought when I clicked on it, I thought it was a woman on a Friday night putting her tights on. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
But what did I get?
Well, that's the thing. When you're a bigger channel, you have a built-in audience, you have clout, you have all that stuff. So you can avoid a lot of those things. When someone sees when someone sees Red Letter Media or Nerdrotic or whatever, everyone sees the symbol and they're like, I'll click on whatever. But smaller channels, anyone who's starting out, you need to deliver a video people want to see. Don't worry about yourself. Don't ask people to subscribe. Sorry, Mr. Brown. Don't do any of that stuff.
Hey, it worked for Mr. Brown.
Deliver a video that people want to see, and everything else will come.
If you build it,
they will come. Yes.
And if it's not working, it's because of the little things that you're not paying attention to. You're not paying attention to the statistics. You're not paying attention to the analytics. You're not looking at the first 30 seconds. You're not looking at what your click-through rate is. You're not thinking about any of that stuff. And that is what your problem
OCD
is.
boys talking. I will say you're probably going to be crap as well for a while, until you kind of practice makes perfect.
Yep.
If you are going to use your own voice, my number one piece of advice is buy a decent microphone.
Yeah.
That is
absolutely
the number one thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can practice with your channel and produce videos, or you can do what I did, which was like I practiced for 3 or 4 months with people that I am close with, that I trust their opinions. So I practiced off screen. I learned video editing. I wrote scripts and everything. I practiced and showed people clips like, hey, watch this 3 or 4 minute segment and give me feedback. So the first time I produced a video, I'm still proud of that video because I practiced months ahead of time because I didn't want to do it publicly. I did it privately. Anyway.
The Time Prophet says, sorry, Ian, you want to talk?
No. I said it's good advice. I was just to say,
And you know what, right? Just have fun.
Yeah.
And when it's not
which you
fun,
don't get on this channel.
Listen,
that was why I said the first thing I said was just figure out what you want to do. If you just want to have fun, just hell yeah, go have fun.
When it's not fun, stop doing it. Maybe come back to it, but just have fun. Yeah, just have fun. Decent microphone, have fun.
Yeah, and be genuine. because people can spot it right away. If you're trying, like if I were to try to do based my channel around like Mission Impossible, which I've already said I hate more than life itself. You know,
Stream killer.
It's very difficult to fake it. Or sometimes I have done this, and I know other people do that too when they bring me on. Is if you don't know what it is, well then don't feel bad about inviting someone else. You know, have a guest on too, but don't try to fake it. And
Listen to your guests.
Well, yeah, and also I would say don't bitch and complain. I cannot tell you
that's the number one thing, folks.
Yeah, on Twitter, if you're bitching and complaining, oh, no one wants to watch my stuff. No,
Rise above
and I'm
it.
like, yeah, it's kind of like, you know, I get enough bitching and complaining. Wait, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
No, I was just performing what you were saying. Nobody want to watch my stuff.
And you're completely right, because like the audience doesn't owe you anything.
No.
That's right.
They have a million options, and you should be very happy that they chose you. And you need to deliver, and so you need to deliver every single time. Like don't just half-ass anything. And Time Prophet too. He said, I don't care about statistics or the algorithm. I just make videos for people to watch, and that's about it. Like, yeah, and that's awesome. And what I mean by statistics and analytics, I'm not saying like have that be your driving force. I use those to influence the creative process of the video. Like, oh, there was a dip here. Okay, well, maybe that section should have been in a different portion of the video. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. It just influences the creative process. It's not supposed to hinder it at all.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah,
helps knowing where the dips are and stuff like that. I in my channel I don't operate that way, obviously, because I don't do live streams. So you know, my whole the way I do my whole channel is completely different. So, and what I do is not really for YouTube anyway, but because I can do it, I do it basically. So,
I will say, if I may get a little bit gushy. There's been
gushy.
Gushy. There's been a few times I've really felt like jacking this in. Because sometimes it's just like, oh.
But no. Well, to be honest, that was the time when you were with the other guy. Do you know what I mean? The other guy kind of thing. And it was kind of, you know, I mean, it was kind of slow. But, you know, it's kind of picked up now, though, Brown.
I will say what's kept me going literally from day one is I know you
the money.
Guys... No, there's no money. There's no money in it. I know you guys like it. And I feel truly blessed that we've got 31 people watching now. So I just feel blessed that, you know, you guys like it. So I think we all must be doing something right. And as I always say, we're nothing without the chats, and I'm only as good as the guests. So there you go, moving on.
Oh, never mind. Oh,
no, go on. No. You may
tag
finish.
team on to that.
Finish.
Is that you know, in a perfect world, of course, I am working toward monetization, but I have always had at my heart is, again, because I started this during COVID. It was a way to reach out and then maybe also to distract people, because Ian was all part of that.
I was. Yeah,
it was a legend. It was a great time, and I've always said, if there's even one person that I help distract from their crap lives or something that they want to watch, then I've done my job. That's one of my goals. I have a bit of I get a lot of out of it because I like to share what I like. That's why we decided to call my channel Miss Martin Muses, because I couldn't really narrow it down to what I do. But so it helps me, and then it helps others, and you know, every single person that comes to my chat, especially, you know, on a regular basis, or even just pops in once, they're the most important person in the world, because they're choosing to listen to me, and then maybe I can help distract them from you know, if they're on their lunch break, or if they just had a fight with their parent, or they just lost their dog, or their spouse left them, whatever it is. If I can help with that, well, then I've done my job. That's where I am.
Well, I've been listening to a few Ms. Martin Muses streams recently, and I've thoroughly enjoyed them. The link is in the chat there if you want to give her a
I would say 95% of the guests that have been on the channel, the link is to their channel are in the description.
I met Teresa on her channel, In fact, I met Casino on her channel as well. I met Brown for a Star Trek through Dan and the Star Trek
3,
thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I met Blue Boy through this. So there you go, and Brian and Matt through this. So you know, it's a good thing.
Shall we address the elephant in the room here? Time Prophet asks the movie Cynic, I play guitar. Are we going to see you play?
No, don't do that.
Yeah,
We've heard him play.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, that's
play at the
terrible.
end. Just
Yeah,
play
I was going to say,
right
maybe
at
play
the
us
end.
out.
Right at the end. Right at the end.
yeah, I can play you out.
Yeah. Should we do the next question?
Next question. What's the next question?
Sure.
What time are we
Yep.
finishing, by the way? Because I really need to go to bed. What's the time? Oh my!
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Just so
okay.
long
Yeah,
as
we're
if
trying
you
to
need to
quick
go to
do.
the bathroom, you just turn off your camera and just
No, he
walk
wants to go
out
to
like
bed.
a
He's
I want to go to
person.
bed.
He's working.
I'm knackered. Yeah. Tomorrow. It's not good.
Poke Your Harder says, if there's one story, book, comic, game, the label that you could have adapted into a movie, what would they choose? I would choose Transformers 1986. I think that'd be fab.
Oh,
Panel?
yes.
I would choose the Marvels, the comic book called The Marvels, which is about the history of Marvel heroes in the Marvel universe.
Classic.
I would do that. That is an amazing comic, and I would love to make that into a movie. Personally,
Because isn't that the one where it's like seen from the eyes
of a reporter? Yeah, of a reporter.
That'd be good to see that directed in that way. wouldn't it?
It's really good, but just to briefly to tell you what it's about. It's basically about a reporter that starts off from the very beginning of the very first superhero that's in the Marvel universe, and he covers everything from World War II to modern day, and it's about his adventures. So basically, it's about an ordinary person that sees all these fantastic heroes in the world and how it impacts on his life. So that's what the Marvels comic is about. So you got Spider-Man, you know, all the Marvel heroes, but it's not about them. It's about this one journalist and the way he sees it as an ordinary person. If there were heroes in this world, how would you take it as an ordinary person? How would it impact your life? And that's what the comic book is about. It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Anyway, I shall stop there.
I would say the Dragonlance, if they would properly do the Dragonlance, the first 6 books, that would just be amazing. Gosh, I would love that. Raistlin, I mean, gosh, wouldn't that be great to see him on the big screen?
It would be,
It'd be
wouldn't
epic. Yeah. Goldenberry, Flint. Oh, it just would be so good. But they would ruin it, so they wouldn't do it properly. So if this was 20 years ago, like around the time of the Lord of the Rings, when they were still trying to do adaptations, I would love to see that.
I think Blue Boy is going to say the Batman. You'd like to remake that and just do that again.
I would like to see an adaptation of the 2011 New 52 Batman story, The Court of Owls.
Wow. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I like that one. And I'm sure they will at some point.
Yeah.
That was a really good modern age like villain. Like I know it's, obviously it's a whole group, but it's definitely the coolest, newest modern villain anyway.
Yeah. Oh wow,
Matt,
for that one instead.
There's a classic comic from the 90s that I'm not sure many people have seen, but if you have never read it or you don't know about it, please look it up because you're guaranteed to like it. It's a cross between the best way I can describe it is it's a cross between something like Disney and Lord of the Rings. Okay, and it's called Jeff Smith's Bone. It's this cutesy kind of 3 characters. I think they're cousins. They're called the Bone Cousins. These cutesy little I don't know what they are really. They're kind of just little sort of anamorphic sort of creatures. Look like little Disney characters, and they go on this epic adventure with all this sort of like these scary monsters and. It's like set in medieval times, kind of like medieval times. But the story itself is like full of great humor, amazing art, and this immense story that sort of like is epic. And it stretches over like 5-6 different books. And it's so great and deep, and it hooks you in, and you get so invested in the characters, and the artwork is just incredible for how simplistic and smooth and beautiful it is. It's not overcomplicated. It's really kind of almost minimalist. But Jeff Smith's the artist and the writer of it. It's incredible. So if you've never heard of that, check that out. I would love to see that turned into, like I say, a trilogy, like a Lord of the Rings type trilogy. I know either live action or CG, because the story is just amazing. That's the one I'd stick at the top of the list.
Check that one out.
And second to that, I'd say WE3, which is a story which is kind of like Homeward Bound, with the missing pets that try to find their way back home to their owners, and cross between Homeward Bound and RoboCop.
Oh yeah,
which is incredible. Yeah, look up WE3. That's when I read that. My God, if that was turned into a film, that'd be an absolute ET-sized blockbuster.
WE3.
It made me cry my eyes out at the end of the book, and not in a bad way. It was a really good ending, but God damn it, I was crying my eyes out. And there's not much that gets a rise out of me like that. But that book, man, wow, amazing, absolutely amazing.
Do you have anything, Bernie?
All I can really think of is I always wanted Halo to be made into a good film.
Oh yeah.
Well, shame about the TV show.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, Halo for me. I just don't think they did it just well. I know they didn't, but anyway, Halo.
Well, we all knew they wouldn't, didn't we?
Yeah.
Andy Mouse asks, are any of the panel tradesmen? I might be the only one. I'm a aerospace engineer.
Oh, right.
It's a trade, believe it or not.
You're a space engineer?
Aerospace engineer.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. That's awesome.
I don't know what a tradesman, like a plumber or something, or
teacher, qualified something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess I'm a musician. Yeah, teacher. Yeah.
There you go.
So
anyone else? Everyone else is McDonald's.
I'm a movie director.
Of course.
Graphic designer.
Graphic designer. Yeah.
I do this for a living.
So yeah. So you're that's your trade though.
It's my trade.
I guess. Yeah.
It's my trade.
Yeah.
You one sure is. Next up, cerebral palsy biker. How about old school Robotech? I don't have a clue about that. Maybe Matt would.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely amazing animation. It was kind of like the earliest kind of sci-fi mecha anime, well, one of the earliest anyway. After like Gigantor and Mazinger Z and all that kind of stuff, it was kind of the newer era of the early to mid 80s, I think it was, that started off with Macross, and which was then brought to the West as Robotech. But yeah, great action, amazing designs and visuals, just really good. I can only say good things about that. Very Japanese though. Very Japanese.
Guys, listen, I've got to go. I really got to go. I've got to work tomorrow, unfortunately, but
sure, no worries.
I've got to go. Yeah,
cheers, Ian. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, listen, it's been a pleasure.
It's been fun, yes.
All of you, yeah. And I'll catch you guys next time, I guess.
But tomorrow, yes. We're going to go till 3 hours, and then we'll take our leave. So
literally.
Okay. We got to make it an even number.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yes. But
cheers,
yeah,
Ian.
Matt, Brian, Blue Boy, Teresa, and Ian. Thank you very much.
Take care, my friend.
Cheers, Ian.
No worries, mate. See you tomorrow.
See you later. Ta-da.
Right, we've got a few left, so we'll try and run through these relatively quickly. Brittany McClure asks, best monster villain of the week show of all time. Is that a US thing?
Best monster.
I'm trying to think what would even be one of those shows.
X-Files was a bit like that, wasn't it? I guess.
Yeah.
Kolchak Night Stalker was another good one.
Pass.
I mean, unless I'm thinking
I'm grifting.
Criminal
folks.
Minds, so where there's a serial killer every time, maybe.
Right, okay.
Maybe.
Outer Limits, maybe, would that count? No.
Oh, that was good. That was good. I used to love Outer Limits. Yeah.
And Supernatural.
90s
my
one
brother
was great.
Yeah, I was massively into X-Files.
Yeah.
But who wasn't?
Exactly.
Even when it was brought back, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Music time.
Partly I did, yeah.
So last week I finished. Music time, Andy Mouse, a bit of the Ramones, Zappa maybe, or Tom Waits. I don't mind a bit of Tom Waits. Not too sure about the other two.
I like Tom Waits.
Not my thing. I can appreciate them, but it's not my thing.
He was Renfield in the Dracula movie, 1992-3.
Oh.
What, a mega leave?
He
You
did.
offended him, yes.
As soon as I
Yeah,
said
he-
NCRB,
I've had
he's
enough of
peaced
him.
out.
He couldn't take it anymore. Well, he had to get up. He has to get up and go to work.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Hostman, who's been tremendously generous, says, Mr. Brown Alliance, will Blue Boy ever convince me that Emo Bay is good? Are you okay being
Emo
called Blue
Bat?
Boy, Matt? Is that all right with you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, blue boy, blue man.
Yeah. Blue man, blue, whatever. I like it.
my boy,
Will I ever convince you? I don't know. Did you watch my video? If that didn't convince you,
Oh, that's a no then.
that's a no.
No, straight
my
answer.
brother.
Velma Dinklage asks, what's the panel's favourite toy as a kid? Mine was a toss-up between either the Transformers or the original Star Wars figures.
Butt plug.
Oh, what?
I never got into that franchise.
As a child?
You a sick puppy, Brown.
I was probably saying.
Oh, sorry, I misread the question. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, does someone need to go to jail?
I was gonna say, bro, you playing in your parents' room too much?
I liked dinky toys in the UK. They were all kind of toys that were licensed from mainly Jerry Anderson sci-fi shows. Yeah.
Oh, they were good. They
Stuff
were
like
really
that.
good.
Yeah. Kind of like spaceship toys. They were my thing. Still are, to be fair.
Did you guys get Brittany McClure's super chat? That was asked before this question. Sorry.
We did, yes. What was that about again? I can't remember.
It was the time I was gone the whole time.
Oh, you missed it. Do you want to
I did.
reply to
I
it?
don't.
I'll bring it back
Oh
up
no,
again.
that's fine. It's just that's Brittany. So that's funny.
Oh, is that your good
Yeah.
lady?
That's my girlfriend.
Oh, there we are.
Best villain monster of the week show.
Oh, we did. We did have briefly speak on that one. Yes.
Oh, damn! I missed that whole
We
segment.
kind of said
Well-
X-Files. We were massively into X-Files.
Yeah, I would say that too. I loved X-Files growing up.
Did we do Hostman's? This one?
Yes.
Psychological.
Oh, we're just about to get to that one, but
Oh, okay. Sorry.
if
while we're
anyone
here-
doesn't, if no one has any more toy things to stick up, we may as well just answer that because that's next anyway.
Well, I'm very boring. I actually really did like to play the Barbies. I had epic moments with the Barbies, and I would do crossovers with the Star Wars 12 inches with them. So it was really cool. You know, like I'd have Luke Skywalker and Han Solo come over to Barbie's mansion and have a pool party.
I love
It's great.
Jurassic Park toys.
Ooh.
They're so cool. The dinosaurs looked so great, like when they actually made legitimate good toys.
Yeah.
When they kind of like pull the leg and they make a sound, and the bit of the body would like pop off if like battle damage.
Those are so
A
awesome.
bit like my ex-girlfriend.
Weeble wobbles were fun too.
Oh my yeah.
Yeah, but
I
they
have
don't
those.
fall down.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, favorite psychological thriller. I'm just trying to think of some.
Silence of the Lambs.
Manchurian Candidate was good. Even the remake, that was quite good with Denzel. You know, when he's programmed to kill people, that was quite good.
Yeah.
Psycho count as a psychological thriller?
Which one?
American Psycho.
Oh,
Is that a
Psycho.
psychological thriller? I consider that like a horror comedy, dark comedy.
Yeah.
No, but the whole Hannibal Lecter and Starling, and they were lambs and they were screaming. I love it.
What did you see, Clarice? What did you see?
Yeah. When you heard the night wind. Blah, blah.
Swappers, can you think of any?
Psychological thriller? Not really. I've never really been into many psychological thrillers, to be honest with you. I mean, everyone always says Silence of the Lambs, don't they? That's like the prominent one that I remember from the 90s. But
That was what I was
never
gonna say.
really. Yeah, I was never really. It's never been my bag, to be honest.
The Machinist.
Oh, that was very good too. Underrated.
Michael Ironside. Ian's worked with him on a movie.
Yeah, great actor, Michael Ironside.
Oh, here's a good question by Dark Side of the Walk. What punishment would you most like to inflict on Ryan Johnson? I would strap him to a chair and make him watch The Last Jedi to infinity.
Yeah, since he actually is so narcissistic, I would like narcissistic and prideful. I think that the best punishment would be that his peers, his fellow Hollywood people, would sit and laugh at him, because that would drive me crazy.
Oh, you
Oh,
cowbag. That's awful.
I can't wait to hear Matt's take on this, Swappers.
I'd probably force him to sit and watch Love Actually.
Oh,
You evil.
Yeah.
Here you go. Pick up Manhunter. Yeah, complete. Forgot about that one.
Hey.
oh, that's a good one.
Yep. Forget about that one.
Yeah, Manhunter. Yeah, I remember Manhunter.
Yeah, because that was like it was Hannibal Lecter before Silence of the Lambs.
The
right?
original one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on Red Dragon.
Yeah, which honestly I didn't really. That one gets a lot of flack. I don't mind Red Dragon. I like it when he's not the focus.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when he's like the Darth Vader type, or like in the background, or like Jaws or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Best test of.
Oh, sorry. We'll
Buffy's
just do
the
this. Girlfriend privilege. Brittany McClure in the chat. Correct answer. Buffy 100. The best villain of the week.
Oh,
My
That
other
is
half would say
perfect.
the same. She would agree with
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That is a
Buffy.
Villain of the Week show. Yeah, absolutely. I always missed it though. I never watched Buffy. I never got into that.
Best test ever asks, I think it's which female actress would you get to lead a new Star Wars movie? I think, personally, Emma Stone.
Oh, that's
Thoughts?
not
Jenna Ortega.
Jennifer Lawrence, obviously.
Obviously.
She's done one already, is she not, Brown?
Anna de Anus.
bad. Yeah.
It's not about who you would fancy. It's about who you think would be good to lead one.
Yeah.
Anna de Anus.
Why can't you have both?
I don't know. Everyone's so obnoxious nowadays.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably
well, that's a fair point.
God, that's a tough question.
Keira Knightley.
Ooh.
She was actually in episode 1.
She was.
Yeah,
so
she was
can't
a
be in it,
decoy.
can she? Okay.
The decoy. Yeah.
This one's a decoy.
Emily Blunt.
Oh, yeah.
Not
bad.
bad. Yeah.
Maybe the chick, Lady Mary from Downton Abbey. She's shown herself to be a pretty solid actress.
Halle Berry.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Halle Berry. Yeah, she could pull it off. Moving on, Joaquin Wardrobe asks, all-time favourite comic book, everyone?
I don't know who it is. Pass.
The Long Halloween.
Yeah, that's a
Batman
good
story.
Yeah.
Huh.
God, my one. Jeez, I don't know. I've kind of already said mine, I suppose, in another question. But
Yeah, if you're talking
Kelly-
about one like individually, I really liked Harleen. It was a graphic novel, though.
I never heard of that one.
Harley Quinn origin story comic.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
good.
Just rush through quickly and the last couple of questions. Are there any more here? It could be us. That's not really a question from RRTNZ. It says, a Scottish space engineer, who'd have thought?
Indeed.
You cannot change the laws of physics.
I could tell you more about this, but I'll probably bore you. And we want to get out of here pretty sharpish. I think that could be it for the questions. Unless you can spot one. Brown, do you want to take over?
I think Hostman said to Blue Boy, what about setting up an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter?
Oh yeah, like once I get going, I'll probably do that. But I really don't even know what to do with all that stuff because I do everything myself. So I don't need money to do anything. 'Cause I'm not paying anybody. So like I don't want to take people's money because what am I going to do? I'll just pay myself? I don't know. I don't even know what to do with the money. I'm just going to produce the book, and if you guys like it, I think the same way as the YouTube channel. You guys don't owe me a thing. So I'll produce the book.
Wow.
If you like it, buy it, and I'll reap the rewards if it's good. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
You heard it first, folks.
That's us for the questions, Brown. So
I think we're
Up to
going
you.
to take the first train out of here. You see
I
what
will.
did there?
If Brownie wants me to tomorrow, I'll play because yes, we are doing. I mean, we got to stream tomorrow too. So
We'll do that. Shall we? You can play us out tomorrow.
sure.
Okay. I think that's it, folks. It was just a little get together, something to do. We came, you arrived, blah blah blah. We all had fun, as it were. So, cheers, chats. You are wonderful. But you, as I always say, you already know that. 3 hours. I consider that a good result. So, chat, you're wonderful. We'll see you tomorrow. Top notch with the interaction as always. I will thank the guests. I will thank Ian. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Cheers, Ian. I will thank the orders all over the place. I'm going to thank Swappers. Cheers, Swappers.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's been a fun Saturday night doing absolutely fuck all.
Yep. Brian, pack it in. Brian, thank you.
cheers, Brown. Thanks
Pack
to
it
Ian,
in.
who's gone.
Yeah.
Thanks to Mrs. Martin Muses, the two Matts, and of course the chat, especially for the questions round. That was a lot of fun.
Yay.
We will thank the blue man himself. Cheers, Matthew.
Cheers, guys. Love to everybody. I had a blast tonight.
Yeah, great to have you on, mate. And she stepped in at the last moment, but what a pleasure for her, I'm sure, and definitely for us. Ms. Martin Muses.
Thank
you.
you. I'm glad I was available, and it's been fun.
Something to do, wasn't it? So we're back tomorrow, folks. We'll do the proper musings stuff tomorrow. Hopefully the Lord will be back from...
I don't think he's going to be.
Oh, isn't he? Okay.
No, I talked to him yesterday. I think he's going to be midweek.
Yeah, he's
Wait,
on
Jesus
vacation.
is coming back?
That's the resurrection.
You said the Lord. It's like it's
Yes.
Sunday. It's not
Lost
Easter yet.
Chords.
Yeah,
For
he's
some
on...
reason he's called the Lord. I don't know why, but Lost
Well,
Chords.
he's the Lord, isn't he? He's on vacation, folks. So I'm sure we'll manage somehow without him. Be difficult, but we'll struggle on. I think that's it, folks. We're back tomorrow with the musings. Have a great rest of your day. If you're in Blighty, I think it's bedtime. We will see you later today. Take care, everybody. It's been a blast. Take care.
Bye.
Ta-ta.
Bye. Bye.